fuck him up.
Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are live. And I think you just got me a strike. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are back at it again. The channel that just covers more live wrestling than anyone else. The channel that's growing faster than anybody. The channel that just can't get enough is here for NXT tonight. It's stacked. It's kicking off. Me and that pretty face going to run you through all the action, all the rumors, all the stories. We're probably going to talk about CM Punk. But strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, put a smile on your face, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. Back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. I hope everyone out there is having a safe, happy, and healthy Tuesday. We're going to cap it off with a little bit of NXT tonight. The card is stacked. Our good old friend Butch is going to make an appearance, Nick. Lots to get into, lots to talk about. But as always, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And Big Nick's got a song.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, nobody has been suspended. And you see that? That's real glass.
That's real glass.
That's
Cry
real
me
glass.
a river.
Yeah,
So,
I think that might kind of dominate because good googly moogly, if everyone doesn't have a take, opinion, a story, a rumor, or a speculation about something that happened with Chicago made Punk.
hey Nick, do you remember that? Do you remember that time that AEW had 81,000 people at Wembley? I'm having trouble remembering when that happened because all I heard lately was.
But I definitely know when Jack Perry and CM Punk versus the World happened. We had the brawl out, and I think SRS tweeted out we've had the brawl in.
The brawl in, which pause. But folks, we are getting into NXT tonight. The show is already rolling. What's happening on the show right now?
We're kicking off right now with the steel cage match, the tag team steel cage match. We got the Dyad taking on the Creed brothers, as we've got Schism out right now. Sorry, I was trying to catch to see if they were doing a little Bray kind of vibe, but nothing really. I mean, I kind of just do similar, but I've got the Creed brothers coming out right now, sir.
Good. And I mean, yeah, we're opening the show with the steel cage match. That's intriguing unto itself.
Women main event.
That's right. It will be. So yeah, we're setting up. The card is stacked tonight. Like I said, we're running the Heritage Cup tournament thingy, the Global
Invitational. They've called it the Global Heritage Invitational.
There you go. There you go. As the Creed brothers are coming out right now. And I'm looking forward to this show a lot. Folks, remember, if you are just tuning in, hit like, hit subscribe, be a part of the family. Like
the Creed brothers are already getting jumped and they've just locked in. Julius Creed is left solo in the ring right now in the cage.
You are substantially ahead of me.
I apologize.
One second. Let me play catch up here.
Fair enough. Won't pause till you tell me to. But while you catch up, I'll get through some of this chat of Ronnie saying, "Well, yeah, I'm hot dog, so catch up, homie."
Let's go.
Ronnie saying this should be main event. Creed's for the win. Richard, hi. Steve G, what up? Boston, what up? Small Mark does the steel cage on NXT tonight. Lessen the impact of Lynch versus Stratus on the PLE.
No.
A hair.
You think so? No. Because I think they view it as different audiences.
Touche, but you would hope that it's the same or that your NXT audience also tunes into your main show.
You do, but at the same time, I think they're, unto itself. I don't think one really impacts the other.
You do, just as long as it depends on how you use the cage and everything. Because I don't think we'll get the same type of spot as right now. Julius is just kipping it up and belly-to-belly suplexing anybody and everything that moves.
All right, let me see.
Keyshawn, what up? Steve G, what up? James Gacy has the armband. Touche, Tabernacle, yes. I did not notice.
So right now I have Julius being held.
I got
back
Jules
elbow,
now firing up.
belly to belly, nip up. Another belly to belly.
Let me know when you get him throwing long-haired grizzly young vet into the cage.
Right. All right.
Curtis says over and under number of commercial breaks 8, so the line's at 8, folks.
Should be.
Chris, what up? Victor, what up? Small Mark Creed's win. CM Punk is a locker room cancer. My source, trust me, bro. I know that kind of joke you're halfway.
Right. Trust me, bro. Trust me. I
Right.
heard it.
Todd, what up, my guy? Saying
now, dude. Now.
100% smash that like button. Smash
Hit
that
play,
like
hit
button
play.
too as well. Well, I saw earlier we turned Todd into an NXT fan. He's an Us fan, and now we're dragging him along to NXT as well.
There you
kind of
go.
like I did with you to NXT.
Pretty much. I quit NXT for a while, but it's got much better. And this
Right.
match is off to a crazy start.
Have you gotten him thrown into the cage yet?
I said yes. I was trying to hit play while you were.
Sorry.
So I got them stomping on Julius right now on the ground. We still have only had one Creed brother in the cage.
Yeah, did Brutus just like get taken away? Did he cease to be? Is he vanished into the neither? The nether?
Right. James is here. Let me in. I like it. Hey guys, I'm hyped for the steel cage tonight. Well, Rocco, you're getting it right out of the gate, bud. No wasting time. We are on it. How you doing, Ronnie? I see you there, keeping it. Blaze is back. Todd, we mentioned.
I got an ankle lock right now. I got an ankle lock. Do you have an ankle lock?
I got the catapult into the cage.
Oh,
he's climbing.
I've got this man as strong as sugar honey iced tea. This man's got an ankle lock locked in, and he didn't break the ankle lock and still fucking dominated like the dominator onto the other member of the dyad.
Wow. Creeds for the win. Steel cage time.
Oh, it was a powerbomb more, but still, yeah.
I just got the ankle lock now.
Okay. Let me know when you're getting face pressed into the cage. Which, by the way, folks, I know the chat's filling up, by the way. We do have the super chats, the super stickers as well. So 100% outside of that like button, we got, I almost said link. We got the shop, we got the merch store, we got the memberships, we got anything and everything. We got the Tiki-Talkies, the Instagrams, the Twitters, everything.
Now, hit play.
Okay.
I got picture in picture right now, folks.
Brutus will make a major return to the ring.
Brutus
the Barber Beefcake?
Brutus.
Oh, Brutus Creed. There we go. Took me a minute.
Dun, dun, dun. We'll see. Hey, yo, what's going on, Steve G? Creed's win.
Oh. I just got the flapjack into the cage.
Oh,
I'm in a commercial break, sir. I don't know about you.
Not yet. I just got it. We're throwing to the break right now, so I need like a 3 Mississippi.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. There we go.
Yeah.
I got a lovely presidential ad because,
I got a Broken Skull Sessions ad.
See, I get all this political shit because New Hampshire is the first primary in the U.S., so we get all the political shit.
Yeah, no, trust me. We get all your political shit, too.
Lovely.
What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Joe Black's in the house. Chris is back. Jason's in the house.
Wait, he says, oh my God, you hear Feast or Fired came back on Impact pay-per-view. Someone leaving. No, I think it's happened more on AEW's pay-per-view at All In. We had Punch or Fired.
Right. Did you hear Punk had an issue with Miro? Well, this one's conflicting. Now, this one did generate from Brian Alvarez, I do believe.
A lot of this lately has come from him, we will say.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will say.
And he may be biased. Now, I did say I need to hear from somebody within the Collision camp to be pissed off at Punk. From what it sounds like is Miro was trying to calm him down, and he was like, well, do you want to go? Like, he was just heat of the moment kind of thing, but I don't know.
And even then, well, still, I think
Miro would destroy that man.
Oh, 100%. He will redeem him, motherfucker. He'll go from 2-2 in real fights to 2-3 real fast. But well, you've got that. You've got the whole altercation allegedly between him and Tony, to where they were saying very harsh toned, worded things to each other. Is I think the best way that they've described it. he showed up and had no way to get to the hotel, had no
He
idea
lands
where
at
he was
the
going.
airport and has nothing.
Well, and that ties into the Tony one because apparently he was pissed at Tony because he had no way to get anywhere. So we fucking bought a ticket to ride the fucking subway. And, well, I guess allegedly, supposedly, no one else in AEW also got driven or escorted to the hotel or anything like that. But so then why was this man given a number to text for a driver that when he texted it was an invalid number?
Is happening the response?
What is happening?
The response is none of us do that. You know, big shot.
Yeah.
Him on the subway was pretty adorable though.
Well, and that the fact that this man got lost and then had to be helped out by locals to get where he was going, which shows you, though, true, despite what people will tell you online and on Twitter, that CM Punk is a fan favorite. If people are helping him get to the hotel.
Mm-hmm. Listen, and I said this last night, Nick. It is unfortunate, and I made a joke to start the show tonight because, you know, we see this play out and we're not talking a lot about All In. And that's part where people are like, that was the best pay-per-view of the year. It's Tuesday. We're not even talking about it anymore. Your backstage stuff's more important. You know, there was no like, oh man, you know,
we were talking about it during.
We got to watch that match again. Yeah,
that's the problem, and I think a lot of people have talked about how that, with that being the talking point during the show, really kind of sucked the air out of everything, really fast.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I don't care who's right, who's wrong. The work environment's become toxic. You can't have a place where people see somebody come down the hallway and they go another direction, or they're sitting at other tables, or they're not talking. It's just toxic. So Tony's got to make a decision. And at this point, who's right and wrong doesn't fucking matter. And yes, I see the contingent out there that, like I said to you before we went live, they could set Punk on fire, and then the fans would be mad at Punk because he burned one of them. Like, that's how ridiculous it's getting.
I do agree with you a bit. I was just letting you know that I'm back from a commercial.
I am too.
Action right now. Okay, I was just making sure we were timed up for the first time. That's all.
You're having a little fun. We're doing
it. There's so many more jokes I can make there as Brutus is coming back. But yes. As he's just throwing everybody. He's Brock Lesnaring out of the entranceway here, just throwing, you know, all the security guards just back out of nowhere.
There we go. I don't mind this. This is good. Big brute. Big brute.
Smash. Yeah.
We're getting a big brute right now. We're getting a brawling brute
CM
later.
Punk impression coming back after the fucking locker room after the match.
Dude, someone's got to clip that and like CM Punk and then put faces and names on each of the...
names on a Miro, Tony Khan, Jack Perry.
Gacy's got the key.
Climb it, you fucking idiot. It doesn't have a roof.
He's a big fella. Come on now.
That's how you were supposed to win the match. Well, this is just his way to... He gets the Strowman Express spot now. If he just gets to run through...
Look, he just went bowling. Right. Where do they keep coming from? This is like the Matrix. Like a
7-10 split right there. Now there's only them and you. Climb it, you big galoof.
Know what he's going to do? He's going to rip the cage open.
Yeah, as he just did. It's got to be Kane. It's got to be Brutus. It's got to be Kane.
Look ahead. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's bringing it in the cage as a weapon. By the way, these two men inside the ring have done nothing to prepare for this man coming in.
I mean, why were you just standing there? You could have won the match by now.
In fact, seriously, as we're getting nothing but, I think it's Holy Chance.
I would have
appreciated, they keep cutting it out.
Yeah, they are. I would have appreciated if they had made it like to the top of the cage and they freeze like, oh no, and then he has to run in and grab him by the ankles and yank him down. But the two idiots just stand there. What's he gonna do next?
It would have been better if one of them was climbing up. Say one's left, two of them are down because his brother's still fighting everything. Like that.
That looks painful.
Oh, he's just clattering everybody with this cage door as they're pinned between the cage and the ropes. But if he would have met one of them at the top of the cage, and they do and he fights him back, and there you go,
tap dancing like Happy Feet.
Right, instead of it's gotta be Kane. It's gotta be Kane.
But that was a good spot. I like this match a lot. I'm digging all of this.
Is it because no one's fighting backstage yet that we know of?
Maybe more so, yeah.
Right? Oh,
listen, we'll talk more at the commercial.
oh yeah, it's going to be hard to call
But
the
this is-
action fully and not talk about this.
This is the point, though, Nick, and this is the
Mhm.
point. I heard another guy, and listen, we've talked about this before, but even the hardcore tribalism, we are AEW leaders. I've heard several of them, and one big mouth one that we've not seen eye to eye with, literally say exactly the same thing we're saying. That, you know what? Whether you love him or hate him, and if he hurts your feelings or your favorite wrestler's feelings, it doesn't matter. He's your biggest draw. He blows up box offices. He sells tickets. He makes people tune in. He makes shit better. So much so that even across the internet, including us, are talking about Punk during a steel cage match. Punk's still relevant.
Well, you've talked about. I think you talked about it before we went live today about how we were talking about it to where this could be, and I've seen people speculate that this is a play by Punk of it's either burn it down,
yes,
or he's going full Seth Rollins, or it's his way to try and he'll walk out and shake Hunter's hand and sign the contract Friday night on SmackDown if they'll fucking give him the boot.
Hey, anybody know where Survivor Series is being held this year?
Yeah, I saw that go around too.
Anybody know where the WWE is holding Survivor Series 2023? I'll wait.
Just happens to be in Chicago.
Right. Like, come on. That writes itself.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? How do you recover from that?
Right? Could you imagine
even you do it, you do to where he's not supposed to be there. He just walks out over the fucking entrance gate, blows a kiss.
I got sick of the other place. I'm tired of wrestling with fucking children. Right? But yeah, I mean, both
what in the good googly moogly shucky ducky quack quack do you have going on?
Dude, no way. A double Doomsday device?
Destroyer cannonball. Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is why, like I said,
how strong are these fucking two?
Bro, the man had an ankle lock and hit a fucking power bomb on the other one. And literally the crowd's just silent right now because they're chanting holy too much.
Someone phone Meltzer. We need some stars for this match.
He'll give it 3.25 stars.
2.5.
2.5 tops.
There it is. Double pin. The Schism are done. Like, has to be the absolute walk off of Schism. Like, they just lost. They both got pinned. That's insulting.
Ed was even walking away from Gacy right now. So, and like had that look of like, I believed in you. I believed in you. But I'll take it if we get the Grizzly Young Vets back.
Yeah, in AEW.
No, still in WWE. Put them on the tag division. You telling me Grizzly Young Vets versus DIY? Shut up and take my money.
I like the Grizzled Young Vets. I don't know what happened to them.
The Gacy effect, I guess. I don't know.
Right? They got
Rocco, what up? My hometown.
Oh, what? Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. Bobby saying Creed's win and reinstated. Yeah.
Oh, and there's Ivy. I like Ivy.
Jacoby saying Nick is goated, let it burn. CM Punk, old team is this fire burns. Yeah, I did think about it. And I realized I said burns, but I'm like, no, it's not the song name. It's close, but not quite. As we're getting a video package, at least for Roxanne Perez, if not for the Fatal 4-Way. No, just Roxy. Oh,
no, it's Roxy at the moment. Yeah. 5.5. There you go. Todd loving it. Creed's win. 1-0. Double pin. Imagine Knight versus Punk. Oh my, the promos would be must see. Man, there's a list.
CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes versus. Oh, could you even imagine if you got that versus Roman Reigns? Hey, and I never got pinned for the other company's championship.
Right.
He still takes. Could you imagine he brings
it with him?
The spray painted AEW championship on a WWE television. At this point, with how Wild West James West, son of a gun, this
Right,
backstage locker room has turned into, it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought was, even if Punk came out and wanted to mess around with Seth, it works. I mean, right? Like, let's go.
There's a
Like,
story there because Seth took shots at him. Oh,
or hey, Cena's around for 7 weeks.
it depends on how fast now.
Right? How fast can we turn this around?
I'll say this, as we've also got the start of the Global Heritage Invitational, as they're both Vic Joseph and Booker T are on the entrance ramp right now, so we're getting a video package again. But I think we both talked about this and talked about it a little bit last night too. At this point, however you feel about the situation, someone needs to get fired. There needs to be a line of demarcation past this point. Tony needs to finally put his foot down, whichever side it may be on. If he fires Punk, that's the decision he's made. Or you get rid of Jack Perry, because are we honest, what's he really going to lose there? You're not losing your biggest draw, a main eventer. You're losing a prospect.
Yeah,
and you put the line that this ain't happen anymore.
No, and that's what we talked about last night. Like, I mean, it's got to come to an end. It's distracting. It's taking away from it. And again, I don't care who's right, who's wrong. You have to pick a side, or you have to pick what's best for business and move forward. If you want to do it one way, then do it that way. But if you're the boss, you have to be the boss. Wow, this is actually like a league, dude. Like, wins, losses, draws.
Like, yeah, well, they're actually treating it like it's going back to the old
round robin.
Yeah, we're getting British strong style pro wrestling. We're going back to the World of Sport days and everything, to where records. Remember, AEW used to try and do that, to where records mattered. Now the only records that matter are your backstage records.
Yeah, Dunn, Tozawa, Coffee, Nathan Frazier. The card is shaping up nice. Noam Dar, I believe's in it. Duke Hudson.
Yeah, Duke Hudson.
Axiom.
Yep. Little Regal. Dempsey there.
Winner gets 2 points. Loser earns 0 points.
It's their G1. It's their G1.
Yeah, it's definitely it's right up that alley. It's wicked. It's new. It's different. I give them credit on it. I like it, and I like the people in it.
It's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going.
Let's go.
And at NXT No Mercy, so the first announced match for NXT No Mercy is Noam Dar defending the Heritage Cup versus the winner of this tournament.
There you go. The road to California.
Like that. That's a cool way to do with NXT.
And know what I will say, Nick? The package which they just offered us, again, it's like, fuck, let's go. Like, this is cool. It's got a good vibe to it. Sold us on it. Let's go.
NXT has strongly started to go back to its black and gold days, and people aren't paying attention enough to it. They got thrown off with a color palette swap, and
it's kind of like, it's kind of like NXT black and gold diet.
Well, that's why I kept saying it's the white and gold now. It's not the black and gold, it's the white and gold. But I mean, every time it's like that dress, that viral dress of every now and then it'll slip back, and it's that 2.0 era, how you keep seeing the blue and black dress versus the white and gold dress. Sometimes it's really good one way, and sometimes you'll still get a little chicanery, but
double pin. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's got to be the end of Schism. They're pancake done.
Side note, did you hear this theory that I've also heard, that that the fact that we got the draw spot between Steve, what up? Appreciate you as well. But that we got the draw spot in the MJF Adam Cole match because they clotheslined each other. So it was in theory technically a double clothesline.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Now we're playing technicality.
So we are on a commercial break. I did want to mention, I don't know if you've seen it, to where a guy we've at times been critical of, but Eric Bischoff agrees with us of pretty much our assessment of All In, to where you have people putting out of it's ultimately an indie show on steroids, but
it is.
Well, can I read his tweet?
Read away.
This did
As
not
we are on
have a
commercial close.
WrestleMania feel to me at all. WrestleMania feels like a WrestleMania, just like I'm not going to make that comparison because it'll piss people off.
Touche.
Facts. WrestleMania, no, you're watching a WrestleMania from the moment that show opens to the moment it closes. You know you're watching something special. This show was unique in the sense that it was in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium and all that. 100%, very valid.
Absolutely.
But what took place inside of that ring and what didn't in terms of the packages and the support and the drama that goes along with it, the entrances I thought were pretty good, but not what you'd expect for a stadium show. It just felt like a really, really good indie show on steroids.
That's pretty accurate. I mean, it's hard to refute that at all. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we said. None of the matches are going to hold weight. It was like, not for the fans and for the company. It didn't matter what happened. It was just all about the 80,000. You know what I mean? That became the focal of, well, we sold the tickets. That's all that really mattered at the end of the day.
Until Glass got involved.
Well, then that mattered more.
Yeah, I know, but I get what you're saying. Right. 100%. Yeah.
But you see what I mean? Like, it's the best show ever because there was 80,000 people. It was the best pay-per-view of the year because there was 80,000 people.
Well, that's what we were saying the whole time. They sold the experience versus the content. And unfortunately, the content didn't deliver up to the experience.
And I don't believe it did. And I don't say that in a, AEW way before anyone accuses me of it. But legitimately, dude, it's simple. Like,
we've seen better outside of All In than at All In.
Absolutely. Like I said, if we had FTR and Jay against Gin and Juice at All In, beautiful. Let's go.
Right.
We've been talking about that match
good matches. Oddly enough, CM Punk was arguably one of our favorite matches of the night.
Absolutely. I thought Punk and Joe tore it down.
Oh, we've got the Profits on NXT. So we've got Tony D'Angelo. We've got the family there with Carmelo, who brings his championship. And then we've got the Profits here. Oh, they're here on a recruiting mission. We're here trying to ask you up to the big leagues.
Here we go. Wait. No, Carmelo, say yes. Don't fuck around.
Trust me. If we've learned anything this week, it's don't play the fuck around and find out game. It doesn't end well.
Carmelo's. So it's going to end up being
the Profits versus the family tonight, or are we building up to that here? Because we've just got them now, and we got tag team talking to tag team.
No mercy.
How you doing? I love Montez. What in the? Oh, and all of a sudden,
we got a fight.
All In is broken into NXT right now, just the female version.
Oh man, I don't care about this at all. So even the fact that they're fighting in the kitchen, hey, there's jokes to insert there, but nonetheless.
Oh my God!
Hey, they wrote it. I didn't do it.
You said it. I didn't.
But we got Charles Dempsey in the ring. Willy Wonka is here.
I heard there was a young boy. He played the silver ball. 100%. This man looks like the lead singer of the year.
Right, he does. There's Metaphor. They get their they got their Mandy Rose lounge. That's who moved into Mandy's spot.
With their fucking Cartoon Network, Powerpuff Girls, supervillain fucking hangout shit.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Right? And now we've got Butch doing his best Pete Dunne cosplay, I guess, at this point.
Let's go.
Giving this man his name back.
He's winning this match. We will take your predictions, but he's winning this match.
I think this is going to be this is going to be Dempsey's best match in WWE. Think about it. You have a guy like Pete Dunne that's going to be in there with Baby Regal, technical style, joint manipulation, 100%, all of that.
Round robin style tournament with two groups of 4 superstars, 12-minute matches, pinfall or submission, 2 points, 1 point for a draw. I guess we can have draws.
Well, and even then, still, it's they have groups and everything like that. It's their G1.
So there's 2 groups of 4, and we're going to do round robin style matches, and we're kicking it off. with
Right.
Charles Dempsey and Pete Dunne, and this should be good.
Oh, I think 100%. If you haven't ever watched British Strong Style or the World of Sports Style of Wrestling, I think this is a bit more of that. Then absolutely. If you're a fan of technical wrestling, if you like Daniel Bryan, Ring of Honor type shit, that's this.
Street Profits are in NXT.
Everybody out there doing the Joey Styles cat fight.
Right? Everyone's just fucking thrilled about it. What's up, JV? How you doing? Butch versus Charles Dempsey next. Pinball Wizard. There you go.
Right.
Butch for the win.
I'll take Dempsey just to be difficult then, because I don't see Butch staying around at NXT a ton outside of this tournament.
I think he's going to do well in the tournament, though.
Fair enough. He puts over whoever's going to challenge for. We could go back to Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne.
There you go.
Oh my God!
Let's go.
Up. Give me that. Pause.
No, that would be. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean that would be outstanding. And I mean, Tozawa is going to be an interesting wild card in this.
Yeah, did you see that? That was like his first Monday Night Raw in like years.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a ninja for 4 years prior to that. Ran around in his pajamas like.
And then no one could find him around catering because he was still a ninja.
I know. Fucking running 50-50 split, too close to call. All right.
Fair enough.
Bobby riding the fence.
AB saying, let's go, Butch. JV out here, out to lunch, saying, I love paninis.
I love lamp.
Right. Brick Tamlin over there.
All right.
Each match is 12 minutes, Butch for the win. Yeah, 12-minute time limit player.
So, yeah, and there can be draws. So this will be very intriguing how this tournament rolls out. I think I'm excited about this.
Right.
Picking ends in a draw. All right, so Chambers going for first match draw.
Oh.
Which is horrible.
Pinky getting pulled back. It's so weird how, like, you see these men can sit there and take a F5 off of top of an elimination chamber pod. You're like, yeah, he probably is okay after that. But you see them pull at somebody's pinky, or you get some of the weird stuff to where they do like paper cuts in between the webbings of your fingers. It just makes your skin crawl.
Oh, yeah, man. I'd happily watch 50 chair shots straight to the head in a row and just sit there.
I think it's because we know still in our day-to-day how that would actually feel.
Yeah.
And we're like, no. Ugh.
Dempsey needs to put on some muscle. I mean, he's young. He's developing.
He needs to do the muscle man dance.
Right. What's Regal doing in WWE? Just hanging out, scouting, I think. And I think he's going to be a big hand in the international NXTs.
Just kind of doing William Regal things.
He said he wants to hang out with his kid.
I think he's hanging out with his kid, and I think he's hanging out with his good pal Hunter, too.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Trust me, Hunter don't care about, being on the board of directors or anything like that. He gets to sit there and hang out with his buddies Road Dogg, HBK, and William Regal. That's who he gets to hang out and go to work with.
Good.
Right, he's good. He's like, I don't have to worry about that shit. That's Hunter's definition of you can have that. That ain't even what I'm at.
Right. Huge suplex. That was beautiful.
I told you this could be. I'm gonna really be interested to see and really enjoy. I think how much. Well, no, I like the technical wrestling. I like the the joint manipulation, all that. The stretch them, the Stu Hart shit. So I'm interested to see how NXT pulls it off, especially for an extended period of time.
Right. Who do you think the main event tonight is? The women?
Women. Has to be the women. It's not going to be the steel cage. It's the women.
Yeah, I agree. I put it on the thumbnail, so I'm going to go.
I was going to say, I know I don't want to sound weird. Just it's the women. Of course, the women go on.
All right. Thank God Vince never saw Naruto, or else Tozawa would be hit. I don't even know. Butch
no, I halfway get what he's talking about.
I know, but it's okay.
No, it's one of those of my wife can probably more explain that. She watches anime and shit like that, so you're good. So I halfway got your reference, but you can have that.
1-1, 1-0.
Butch won.
Absolutely, let's go. Butch is
and
the first one
pretty
on
easy
the board.
Too.
What? Yeah, pretty But I think he needs that, Nick. I think he needs to come in, have a dominant win. Butch doesn't do a whole fucking lot on the main roster, so he looks like a badass again.
Son of a bitch. Butch and Tyler Bate are in the same group, which great. It means we are going to get. We are guaranteed to get Butch versus Tyler Bate. But I would have liked that for the fight. But then again, they both should be on the main roster and doing prominently. They should both be in the IC title hunt.
True.
Or at least the US title, something. Mid-card title.
No. Oh, we're going to Ilya.
Why did you say that like we were going to like Italy or something? We're going to Ilya next.
Ilya.
A guy, well, honestly, a guy who I think if he was in this tournament would win it hands down, but
yeah, right. I'm guessing they're booking him a little slightly higher than that.
A little bit.
But we are in a commercial break, folks. We are rolling through. We're back tomorrow for Dynamite. It's a come home and go show. We're coming and going tomorrow.
Well, pause. But also, I will mention, as Terrence is saying, does anyone know what happened to Dexter Lumis? I think he's just kind of still hiding out in the shadows here.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
I could have said some things. But also, though, don't be surprised if it's going to be interesting, besides all the backstage chaos and everything like that, to where Tony's letting people take some time to go to Wyndham's services and everything like that. So this is why you don't do 2 pay-per-views back to back. I know you couldn't have predicted this, but
wait, that's such a fucking tough spot to be in. Woo! You got one show to sell us on your next pay-per-view, and unforeseen, unfortunate circumstances. Oh man, that, like you said, back to back might have been a bad idea.
Yeah, but also, though, to an extent, I feel like one was unforeseen, one was foreseen, and you just failed to prevent it. To where if you don't have the guy in your company that sells Chicago, well, no, I get the other thing.
Wait. I was in the middle, like we completely
sorry. Go ahead.
Folks, we're back tomorrow for Dynamite. As you can see, lots to talk about when it comes to Dynamite. Thursday, we're here for Impact. Luna Havoc will be back on live. It's going to be a fun one. Plus, we got the doubleheader Friday. We might have a third show on Friday, but we'll talk about it. Saturday, we're here. Sunday, we're here. Payback and All Out. The infamous All Out at this point. That might be a punkless All Out, but we're going to be here live for every minute of it. Plus, we're pumping out tons. We're putting shit out on our Instagram, on our Twitter. We're putting it out everywhere. A bunch of shorts went up today, so make sure you go check that stuff out too and give it some love.
Absolutely. At times you get to even see what we're saying when we're not live and everything.
It's true. I'm starting to have fun with the super reels.
But now, yeah, so I was saying of what I was getting at more of you can't control the whole Wyndham, anything like that, obviously.
No.
That's completely understandable. The CM Punk stuff you could have prevented. You have since you earlier in your previous decisions chose not to. And so now you also don't have the one guy that's guaranteed to sell out in Chicago on your roster. You're guaranteed star there. You can't have him on the show. You could have tried to at least make some money out of this, like it could have done with him in the box, but you chose not to do that either.
Would the fans just chant CM Punk for the entire show?
Oh, it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how this show goes down. Because this is
fire.
It could be that you're coming off of All In. So how is it incredibly different just on the fact you're going from 80,000 to however many thousand? That's not going to be 81,000.
Well, when you don't have that safety net, when you don't have that soft landing now, you're back in the States, you're in Chicago, you got to kill the show now because you don't have that. Well, 81,000 people. You don't have that overlay, that extra glaze going into your.
Well, this is beyond not having a soft landing. This is you don't have landing gears. You've lost an engine, and
no runway,
and your pilot's passed out. You're out there. This is the movie Airplane right now, coming into Chicago Airlines.
But right
Shirley,
now,
frankly, don't call me Shirley.
Don't. We're back to NXT. You caught me off with the airplane reference. It was funny.
Sorry.
No, not in a good way, Mike.
It's also a WWE reference because Leslie Nielsen was also involved in the SummerSlam to where we had the fake Taker.
Surely
See, what comes around is all around. I know my shit.
I got Mustafa Ali giving Dragon Lee some tough love here.
Yeah, I got Ali on Lee action. I got Ali Oxen free on my screen right now. But yes, Joe Black. Joe Black saying, yes, tomorrow is the fantasy football, or what is aiming to be the fantasy football draft, which right now, by the way, I can drop the link here or 100% go and check our Discord. It's there as well. But we're at 11 teams. We need one more. And there's a certain person on the screen who isn't in the league yet. That would make it a nice even dozen.
I will do that when I get off stream. Blame the wrestling, folks. I'm busy.
I know.
I'm such a procrastinator.
But yeah, so tomorrow we should be having our Wrasslin for Life fantasy football draft as well. And that being said, there is still room for 20 teams, so we still got plenty of room if you want to sign up and, put KJ even further to the back of the line.
Right, like I'll just wait till the end.
Number 19, KJ.
Now we got Ilya in the ring now, so
Steven, yeah, no, they're in the league. I have to finalize the league before we can set the draft list.
Yeah, well, hang tight, bro. I'm
Right.
slowing down the process.
Oh, so hey, Noam right now is still up there hanging out with Metaphor because apparently it's hard to walk off the stage. So now we've got Noam Dar calling out Ilya. I might have foreseen the future.
Interesting enough.
Right.
You know what? Ilya needs to just get up to the main card. Let's go. Like, he's ready to, though he's smooth as silk, man.
Who, Ilya or Noam?
Ilya.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were about to try and say this fucking box of Crayola crayons, Noam Dar, because that's what this man's outfit is.
Yeah, Meta Snore is not doing it. Sorry.
Have you seen so many people comparing them to like the Powerpuff Girls and everything? It's got me that whole like cartoon vibes of like pink, green, blue, yo.
I'm drafting first, just for the record.
Hey, I'm the commish. I'm the Roger Goodell of this.
Yeah, so I got to grease the wheels.
Hey, but still, who's to say I don't just go full Vince McMahon and put myself at the top?
There you go. Are there still tickets for All Out? I believe they are some, yes.
Well, yeah, and then he'd turn around and answer his own question. Just look it up. Yep, there are plenty of tickets still for sale. Yeah, because they've only had like 5 matches announced.
And not great ones.
Not ones that you couldn't see on a Dynamite. I was wondering why KJ didn't have a team. I thought maybe he didn't like football.
No,
he is Canadian.
What?
Different rules.
You are such an American. You are such an American.
Oh, how dare I be an American?
You ignorant, like, oh, only us. Nobody knows. The world abroad is just wastelands, and
that ain't true. So don't try and go on that narrative. You play that Jack Perry fuck around and find out.
Yeah, like headlocks everywhere. Noam can leave WWE altogether. He does not. You know what? Noam's not terrible. He's got a niche.
I don't know. The fact that you needed to comment that and everything tells me he kind of gets under your skin a little bit. And I think that's kind of what he was supposed to do, because if he did nothing for you, I mean, really did nothing, would you really be talking about him?
Call it the Power Rangers.
Of this bullshit.
No, this is not going to go well. Speaking of fucking,
are they going to do this and make us a slight jab?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I don't know. At times I feel like it wouldn't be above them to. We'll take a subtle jab.
This would be super subtle. If you try and use Ilya and Noam Dar to send a subtle jab, it is a subtle jab.
They are arguing at each other, and it's
that's part of the
on stage
show
instead of behind stage.
I think people argue with each other often on the wrestling show.
I know.
Just reach.
At this point, just stoke the fucking flames because the fucker's burning. So it's
Oh, here
past
it
the point
goes.
of salvageable.
No,
so
what we
you might as well roast some marshmallows.
Aurora Mensa is coming down to have a conversation.
He did the UK bird instead of the actual bird with the two figures.
Oh, we know what you meant.
Right.
People don't forget.
Don't worry, AEW did 27 of them on their pay-per-view in front of 80,000 people. Their biggest moment of their company. They still flipped the bird and had everybody bleed on the show.
Aurora runs away. Seems like we would be close to the same age. Ali pulling a CM Punk. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Ali. I don't. I thought he'd be in the Heritage Invitational.
Maybe. Well, he's on his whole political campaign, so I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. As now you're gonna get tabled.
One of the best T-shirts in the game right now.
Von Wagner.
One of the best T-shirts in the game right now, Nick.
It's so interesting to me of how they have 100% backslid to this man having any bit of character, any bit of personality, and they've fucking managed to strike gold a little bit.
Right.
This might be fool's gold, but still gold.
This one's for you, my guy.
If you put yourself like Vince, Nick, your first pick will blow out both quads in his first game. Fair enough.
That happened to me with Aaron Rodgers, man. Pissed me off. Not his quad, but fucking.
I thought you were about to have a story about blowing out a quad or something like that. I was like, thankfully, I haven't done that. If there's the option, I'm gonna just hit random.
Yeah.
I'll let the universe sort it out.
Right. Kyle says we're heading back into commercial. Kyle says, imagine we get Ilya and Butch. I think we'd all really cheer for that.
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Yes, please.
But I think I'm gonna take a quick pause real quickly.
That's fine. I was waiting for it. I kept looking at I was looking for the inbox there.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna grab a quick pause. But we are rolling through this commercial break, folks.
Absolutely. Larry just saying S. Keyshawn, did Punk really quit? No, I think he's just trying to go at that level of hoping to get fired almost a little bit, except Tony has no rules backstage and refuses to put his foot down on anything. Hence why Andrade was even throwing shots at literally punching Sammy Guevara, hoping to get fired and didn't. No DQ match for Braun and Wagner. Fair enough. I mean, I feel like that kind of was their last match. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm, misremembered, but I feel like there was at least a table spot or something. Well, obviously, you're going to get tabled. So, Steven, oh boy, Von Wagner versus Braun next week, no DQ. So, I guess that is what they announced then with Von Wagner. So, I missed that. Mea culpa. But so next week, folks, we got Von Wagner versus Braun Breaker in a no DQ match. Should be a goddamn tables match if the man's gimmick is you're going to get tabled. Oh, yeah, Lola Vice. Oh, yeah, we're getting a tag team match coming up out of this commercial break, playa. We're getting all the women that were fighting backstage in a tag team match. Von Wagner is the meme that keeps on giving. No, I think at this point, AW or Tony Khan or CM Punk, something of that nature is the meme that keeps on giving. It's the company that keeps on giving in one way or another. There's three things that are reliable in this life, and they're death, taxes, and drama in AW after a major pay-per-view. Because this is just, we at this point know everything about CM Punk's day for All In, or at least his weekend, or the majority of his weekend for All In, from the minute he landed in the UK to the minute he left the arena at All In. And that's insane to me that we know that, A, that we even know that as a thing, B, that we know that fast, like we're literally getting almost live updates on this. I'm telling you, I know we've kind of halfway talked about it, but it seems like since this man has come back to the company, it's been CM Punk Watch 2023. They were just waiting for this man to fuck up on something of how much can we provoke this man till he pops off on somebody. You knew what you got when you brought him back. Clearly, either Tony's a fucking idiot, which could also be valid. He really just can't say no to anybody, or they knew what the hell they got into with when they brought CM Punk back and everything, because they had their chance. If they really wanted to, if Tony wanted to sit there and make his statement and say, I'm done here with this whole situation, one way or the other, right or wrong, put your line in the sand. He could have done that after the situation and all out. He chose not to. So now we're getting to this situation. So if you haven't made that decision already, how can you make it now when you brought him back? You knew what was going to be involved. You were pretty much letting him run Saturdays. You were going to have him pretty much be your creative team on Saturday, him and whoever else. I'm not just saying it's just on him. But perception-wise, to now he's actively getting provoked on your biggest show, and he's the one that everybody's talking about. No one's saying anything about Perry's involvement in this situation. Everybody's just calling for CM Punk to be gone here, which, granted, at this point, whether you view him right or wrong, have we just realized that this isn't going to work anymore? I mean, he's even been quoted as saying, I hate it here. So why are we still trying to put a square peg into a round hole? As we're back from commercial break, as I've got tag team match between Dana Brooke and the one, oh, forgive me for not knowing her name, the one that the enhancement talent that she kind of, the new recruit that she was kind of having a falling out with, versus Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice. There you go. Thank you, Curtis, for helping me out with names here. Fun fact, Keanu Reeves takes the subway all the time. Fair enough. Well, Keanu Reeves is a cool dude. CM Punk took the subway. Does that mean CM Punk's a cool dude? What? That's that vitamins advice of like mind blown. Fire or retire Tony Khan. And so if it's to be, that's a whole other conversation, because, I mean, has he really been involved outside of he's the money, he's the face of it, he's just the fantasy booking. But if we hear all these stories about to where monitors are getting knocked over onto Tony Khan, to where Punk's having an altercation with Tony Khan before, so how is that not already the first story? If we've got the whole Jack Perry CM Punk story leaked. But at this point, why are we even questioning if this man's here? Like, respect him 100%. Like, I'm not saying he's wrong in the situation, but let you go to your job today, tomorrow, and argue with his boss, with your boss, that you didn't help him, that he didn't help you get to work, that, and that's whole narrative, but that lets you argue with your boss and everything and get to a fucking point to where you're fighting with one of your coworkers to the point to where, you know, your boss is, you know, little Caesar salad that he's eating in the break room on his fucking lunch break, fucking spills on his lap and shit like that. And see if you still have a job by the end of the fucking day. That's the thing. Love him or hate him. Either way, at this point, somebody in this situation needs to get fired. You either make a statement of this bullshit back and forth drama, this petty high school bullshit is not going to stand. And Jack Perry, thank you for your services. Have fun trying to get a job in Hollywood as, you know, Luke Perry's kid. Or CM Punk's done, and you open the opportunity now, though, to where he could show up in WWE at any time. And I'm pretty sure, even if he doesn't sign a long-term deal or anything like that, doesn't even have to be year or anything, you give CM Punk a live mic on WWE television to say whatever he wants to AEW. I think that's an advantage you'd want to have. Alexis, yes, Nick, it sounds extremely childish to me. Yes, I know, KJ. Yes, it sounds extremely childish to me. Yes, I do think so as well. As we've got Elektra Lopez tagging in Lola right now. Nick, it sounds extremely childish to me. Yeah, 100% it does. That's really the thing. So Lola gets the win. So, here we go. Are we going to get more of the Dana heel turn? I feel. I was going to say, this is why KJ had to take a pause for the cause. Two of his favorite women are on screen right now, Dana Brooke and Elektra Lopez. But Dana's losing a goddamn mind as Elektra is kicking the dust on her. And we cut to Eddie Thorpe backstage right now. That's the thing, though. This whole locker room has just become childish. It's sad to me that the biggest talking point, really, and I know everyone's saying, well, don't talk about it. Cool. Well, then don't have fucking 3 stories come out every hour about it. But this whole situation has taken away from the big achievement that AEW accomplished. As I'm in commercial break right now. Nod, fire CM Punk, good luck on Employment Pal. Like I said, either way, at this point, to me, somebody needs to be removed out of that locker room at this point. Wow, the crowd loves Lola Vice. Yeah, fair enough. 2-1, 3-0. Dale's 2-0. Larry's 3-0. Gymnastics girl loses. Wow. The Punk witch hunt will forever continue. Punk must be perfect. And check his Boston. You had me in the first half. See Money, what up? Dana Brooke will make a much better heel because she sucks so bad in the ring. The fans will naturally. That's the thing. That's especially KJ's been saying. Well, the babyface bullshit hasn't worked, so just turn heel. Just do it. Just please. It's going to work. They want to boo you anyway, so let them boo you. Turned in already, says Larry. Yes. Dana temper tantrum. Yes. Dana definitely turning soon. We can hope. Curtis on commercial break number 5 already, and we're still not even through the first hour. We're gonna crack that. Hopefully you took the over here. Speaking of someone who's over,
there we go. We're back at it. Number 5. That's a lot. First hour. It's a long commercial break too.
That's aggressive.
Right. But we are rolling along, folks. Anna says, see you tomorrow night, AEW. We'll see. It'll be very entertaining. Looking forward to that stream. Would heel Dana even work? Yes. Lean into it. They hate her. Stop whining about getting booed.
Earn it. At least work better than babyface Dana Brooks worked. How can you go lower than the bottom floor?
She's been doing the exact same thing for a decade. It hasn't got over. Try something new. Are you crazy?
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. How long until Chelsea and Piper go down to NXT for a tag match? I don't know. There's not a whole lot of hot tag teams.
There's not a whole lot of tag teams, period.
Valid.
I do like, by the way, on a side note, that Piper Niven was out there saging, and she was taking our advice of you got to get the curse off them fucking titles. You got
she had to clean them down.
Water, sage, everything.
Right. No, absolutely. They wanted to shake the curse of the belts for sure. Get rid of it. And then literally, we're hoping that this works. I hope this sticks. Good on Chelsea for not just rolling over and handing over the belts, for finding a way. So good on her.
Right.
Fans not digging Dana anyway. Just turn heel. Punk made people forget. Wow, poor Punk, eh? Britt running rough shot on the women's division and Sammy Guevara fighting with everybody. It's an ongoing issue. It's not just Punk. And I think the best thing Punk could do is move on and then let them implode, because there'll be other fights without him there. And then he can go, told you. And he won't be unemployed for long. I saw someone mention him being unemployed. Won't last long.
As we're getting an advertisement for the return of Jimmy Uso this week on SmackDown. So we're getting, everything that, we had built up last week to this week.
Right. Trade Hit Row for Gorillas of Destiny so they can be in AJ Styles side in WWE SmackDown. Richard, bit of a reach, but
New
I'm all
Japan's
for it.
not agreeing to that deal. You can offer that deal, and that's going to get declined really goddamn fast.
A little bit.
GG.
Cha-ching. Alexis, let's go. Oh, I got that one again. Oh, got that one again. All right. So, folks, keep it coming. But we are rolling through right now. We're getting Gigi Dolan cutting her promo for the Fatal 4-Way tonight. So this is going to most likely, it looks like we're building towards the main event. Fatal 4-Way for the women. Number one contender coming out of that match will be good.
Absolutely. Well, they're taking on Tiffany, who they built up recently as well. She wasn't she at Monday Night Raw?
Yes, they were. See, that might have been a jab at Sasha.
Now that's subtle. That if you want to go that route, that's subtle as shit. That's one of those of you're searching for something.
Yeah, look who's in our crowd.
No, because then you would have had her up in like the upper deck, and she'd have sunglasses and wave, because that's all Sasha did is just smile and wave, boys, smile and wave.
Right. We got Carmelo and Trick in the back.
It's just noise. You got to cut out all the noise.
All right, there you go. No, Mania. They'll save it for Mania. Sorry, Cody.
Oh, wait. I was about to say, so then I'll do this. So speaking of cutting out the noise.
There he goes. Cutting out the noise. But, yeah, folks, we're rolling through NXT. We got the boys in the back of the locker room. And there's a little bit of intensity between Trick and Carmelo. Now, a lot of time we've been rumoring some type of dissension between Trick and Carmelo. Are we finally going to get it? As Carmelo walks out on his friend. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, big words from Trick. Nick goes on pause right in time for Dijak. I'm not doing it, folks. I'm not doing it. Who you guys picking to win the Fatal 4-Way? Steve will hold that for when we get there. I'm still thinking about it. Trade Raiders, all three for AEW's Triple B Butch Blade Bunny. I would like to see the Butcher and the Blade get more love. I mean, anywhere. I don't care where they wrestle. I mean, I'm a fan. But here comes Dijak, the black and white entrance for the Dijakinator. Good evening, gentlemen. Seesaw, how are you? What's up, fellas? How's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us again tonight. Trick is great. Trick has been outstanding. Like, he's kind of a bit of the unsung hero in all this, because as Carmelo was really heating up and finding his groove, Trick went right along with him. And Trick has excelled. Great on the mic, great presence, great charisma, good in the ring. Oh, wow. Eddie Thorpe's on his way to the ring. We get a jump start and we're rolling, folks. Make sure you get your predictions in. Shout out to Damien, our current prediction champion. The predictions title will be on the line twice this weekend. Twice. Dude, the avatars are killing me, bro. Cena Rollins versus Imperium at Super Spectacle. Yeah, I saw that. Right? That'll be very interesting. Is that official? Is Tiffany wrestling tonight? No. She will be present for the main event, though. Here's the Terminator recheck Dijak. It's the Dijakinator. Vince would die before allowing that to happen, Keyshawn. What did Keyshawn say? Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams both need to turn heel on Roxanne Perez. That's who you're going to pick, Richard. Roxanne Perez. I think that's a great idea. Who got that one? NXT Level Up canceled. Yes, apparently they're not filming it anymore, which realistically, you didn't need it. I feel like they were contractually obligated to fulfill so many weeks, and once that expired, they were out. It was highly unnecessary. Right? There you go. Dijak for the win. I got Eddie for the win. Interesting. Eddie for the win. I'm going to go Dijak. Just because Nick's not here to pick him. Picking Gigi Dolan and Kiana James. Nice. Good choice. Good choice. As the match rolls on, folks. Dun, dun, dun. Both men down. And they're reminding us Payback this Saturday. Think Payback and All Out all in 1 week. And tomorrow's going to be a hella interesting night. I think they should open the show and just have like Jack Perry and Punk like fight out through the tunnel, fight down the ramp, fight in the ring for a while, and then announce a Jack Perry CM Punk match. It's the only way you're going to make All Out worth tuning in for it. You better have a plan. But Dijak's got a belt wrapped around his hands. Oh. Eddie goes to use it. The ref says no. Dijak says no. That's the Dijakinator. I can't do it. That's all Nick. Dijak for the win. Dijak for the win. Truck is the guy that's humble and quiet, but he puts a lot of work to get better. He will be a world champion in the future. Trick, yeah. You're not wrong at all. I mean, you give him time. And I mean, if he's going to be a part of like the dissension between them, it worries me a little because I'd like to see both of them just join up with the Hurt Business 2.0 or whatever we're doing with Bobby Lashley. I think Trick would be really, really good in it. Dun, dun, dun. So Epiphany tonight. We are going to have a Tiff in a little bit. I would pause now. Do if now. Pause and pause. That work timing. Timing's everything. Dijak for the win. Damn. 60 in the chat on NXT night. 65 hanging around with us, folks. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. And yeah, I mean, NXT is getting more exciting by the minute. This channel is getting more excited by the minute. And it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for everyone who is here right now. Big Nick will be back in a moment. Like I said, we're here all week long. Nobody covers more live wrestling than we do. So thank you for putting that out, Mr. Boston. But yeah, we are humbled. But the numbers have been insane. It was there till the hula deal was done. There you go. The hula. Are you sure it was hula? Actually, Gigi Dolan will win this one, so Roxanne might be screwed. All right, Richard. Pretty emphatic. But right, oh, he got him with the belt this time. Uh-oh, Dijak. Eddie for the win. TK cannot let Punk go back to WWE. He will look really bad. Well, this is where it will get interesting. Like, do they, all right, Punk, we'll let you leave, but you got a 1-year non-compete, a 2-year non-compete. Apparently, now, again, dirt sheet reporting, last time Punk had issues with Tony and said, fine, just release me, the non-compete was a big issue. So now, how much of that's true? I have no idea. I think Gigi wins, but I can see Roxanne Perez being the one to dethrone Tiffany later down the road. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Gigi might win, and they were trying to build Gigi as, I mean, if you look at the juxtaposition, you do have the vignettes we're getting of Gigi coming from a broken home, lower class neighborhood, not doing so well, had to scratch and claw up against your golden boy, right? Like golden girl in this case. So it's kind of that Ric Flair, Dusty vibes, we'll see. But I think Gigi could pull it out. I know I said we'd wait, but I suck at that. But now we're getting Kiana James, and I will say this about Kiana James. Kiana James and the whole bar rescue shit and Brooks and Dunn and all the nonsense that happened in that crew, frustrating. It wasn't great. I didn't like it at all. But every time Kiana gets in the ring, she's quality. She's doing really well in the ring. I wish she'd get rid of the purse and the gimmick, but that's me. And then the other person in this Fatal 4-Way is going to be Blair Davenport, who's outstanding. But with your current champion, I don't see it being Kiana. I don't see it being Blair. Roxanne, Gigi, it comes down to be interesting. And Corbin talking to production. Wow, Braun Breaker's here. Dijak for the win. See you this Saturday night, WWE Payback. This Sunday night, September 3rd, AEW All Out. Anna, yes, be there. Be there or be square. I don't know if WWE would allow Punk to go back. What is your take on it? 100%. Boston, I have no doubt in my mind if they could do it. And it's not just WWE wanting to do it, it's if Punk's willing. But I believe multiple times Triple H has said publicly, like, the door's always open. I'm always open for a conversation. Triple H has always been dialed in that way. Vince McMahon, very much so. They've forgiven other people for worse. Look at the whole story of Cody Rhodes. Many said, including me, Cody would never go back to the WWE. He burnt that bridge and then he hit it with a sledgehammer. He was done. Punk, I know, but the pipe bomb, you don't get to do that on free TV without a little bit of leash. So here and up next, we're getting a Bray Wyatt tribute. Man. But yeah, we legitimately where was I going with that? I got distracted by Bray. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I lost my train of thought, but we are getting a Bray Wyatt tribute. I think I was going somewhere important with that, but it doesn't matter. Gamer, most are Chinese spy. No, I'm not going to read all that. You're silly. Per a few sources, it said CM Punk slandered Tony Khan and cursed him out so bad after All In that many feel he's not coming back. Punk was said to have told Tony Khan to release him. Again, I will say this. A lot of that reporting has come from Brian Alvarez and people like Brian Alvarez. Don't take it all so serious. However, I said to Big Nick before we went live tonight, is there any chance that he gets in that scuffle and he just snaps? He's had enough. And he knows, right or wrong, he's just sick of the bullshit. And maybe he said, fuck it, I'm going to burn it down. I'm going to tell Tony how I feel. I'm going to tell Miro. I'm just going to tell everyone to go shag themselves. I'm done. And maybe that's what it is. Who knows? That's where I was going with it. Thank you. Is that there's no way if they could make business between the WWE and Punk, they know the eyes. They know what it would mean for business. And I think they would look past bullshit. And I think you would get a peachy key on his best behavior, squeaky clean CM Punk. Like, not even step on a crack in the back. Literally be like an altar boy, an angel, and just take his money and get to WrestleMania, maybe main event one. I think it could be done. Right? I really do. So TK not having Punk and Jack Perry wrestle at All Out pay-per-view, huh? I don't know. It remains to be seen. I always hope when I read these stories that somehow it's kayfabe. Yet over a year now, I've been proven wrong several times. It's never kayfabe. It's bullshit. But I cannot imagine. And somebody suggested, and you guys can let me know what you think. Could they ask Punk to work All Out and then start a suspension, or like he's suspended for a week, he does All Out, and then he's suspended for the next week? Because I can't imagine All Out without Punk. I would want to be a fan in the building in Chicago if there is no CM Punk. I really would. Would you replace Booker T with Big E? I like Big E a lot. I think you can do something with him. I'm a big fan of Booker T. I think a lot of people slag Booker T. I've come to like him. I even kind of like his podcast that he's doing. He's a smart guy. He's done well in the business. Replace, no, but I think both could be on the roster somewhere. I mean, you have Kevin Patrick still kicking around, but Big E might have a future in commentary for sure. 74, folks. We can get that to 100 tonight. We can get it there. Let's go. Trick feels like Diesel when he bodyguarded for HBK. A little bit. A little more charisma and personality than just the big burly dude standing behind the superstar. Right? He's got a little more flair. And I think that's what Trick started out as. And I think he developed past that a little bit. I feel like I'm in the world's longest fucking commercial. Let that shoot fight happen at All Out. Yeah, roll them out. Lock them in a fucking cage. Tell them to fight. The only thing that trips me out about the whole thing, guys, is like a lot of people talk about, and I see all the like the diehard, you know, elite fans. Punk's so soft. Every time we read a story, Punk's getting the better of whoever he's messing with. Real quick, I'm back from commercial. We got Angel Garza, and he woke up with blood on his hands. It's the stigmata. Umberto had a dream about Grandpa. All right, so they're really selling us on the lineage of Los Lobos, as I call them. Big things popping, little things stopping. Ain't nothing stopping. NXT Mount Rushmore, Keyshawn. Maybe we'll get back to that one, but the chat can let us know what your Mount Rushmore is. That's a tough one. It really is. I'd have to think about it for a second. So they both had a dream about Grandpa. They both got clawed, and they both bled a little. Separately, though. So now they're bonded. Remember, they fought. They kind of broke up. They had a spat. And now the claw mark, I don't know, they're the new Bearcat Lotharios? Like, what is happening here? Speaking of Bearcat.
I was going to say, does that make me Bearcat Big Nick? What the fuck?
Bearcat Big Nick. Wow.
Well, I think that might be a gimmick infringement there with Barstool, though.
Right? But they're really, look, they got Grandpa, they got new shirts.
Well, have you heard that they were talking about wanting to make them like a bigger act on the main roster? Like, could you picture them in the LWO?
Yes. Yeah. Somehow involved.
Mm-hmm.
So they're for Grandpa. They're gonna do it for Grandpa. Claw. What is it? Claw. Claw. Angel and Umberto. So they're not Los Lotharios anymore. They're Angel and Umberto.
They call this Los Lotharios Panther. They say 60% of the time it works 100% of the time.
Right? Los Lobos in the house.
How far is catering?
81 likes. We're climbing. AEW is tomorrow night. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, absolutely, we're growing. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps, 100%. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out all the new names that we constantly keep seeing, by the way.
Yeah, no, we appreciate all the return business, and this one makes me laugh.
And the new business.
I said, "Oh, we're getting a replay of the Bray Wyatt tribute from last night." Oh, all right.
I did like Becky at the end.
Oh my God, Becky broke my heart.
And then there was even stuff afterwards to where she talked after. And
told that story.
Well, and then Jerry the King came out too during a commercial break as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was a digital exclusive to where they, which by the way, Jerry the King with the Silver Fox beard there going on.
Yeah.
Game recognized game, my guy.
Oh, dude, it's still not easy to take, man. We've watched this 3 times and it's still just, not to mention all the clips.
I think my brain's just kind of convinced myself it's not real. Like this is just a thing. It's not going to let me process it fully.
If there was ever something I wanted to be kayfabe, it would be, yeah, let's go.
Seriously. And it's so weird. Well, I don't want to say it's weird, but how never met the man, but the man had such an impact.
Yeah.
On everybody personally. Mm-hmm. Like not just, oh, he's a really great character. No, everybody felt a personal connection to him.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there was a time that he was the only interesting thing on the goddamn in the show in the company.
There was a thing he was the only. We've talked about this to where he was the only interesting thing in pro wrestling, and he wasn't even on a show.
Well, that's remarkable, right?
That shows you how talented this man really was.
Dude, he got released in the March or April, whatever it was, spring, and then that non-compete ended right before Halloween, and I'm thinking, oh man, he's definitely going to show up in AEW. He's definitely going to show up at AEW. And I was live, just here comes Bray, and it never manifested. And then, but everybody kept talking about him, everything he did, everything he said. They were tracked. No, he's making a movie. And then when he came back with the White Rabbit, and the minute we saw the White Rabbit, we instantly started. You saw everybody instantly connect that dot to Bray, and it was one of the craziest rides I've had as a wrestling fan. It was just so out of the norm. It was so compelling. It shut shit down.
Oh, absolutely. It derailed streams worse than vitamins did. And still at the same time, to see how many people are still doing tributes, how much this man's legacy is still getting carried on. Like in Seth coming out with the Fiend side plates, starting off his promo with Yowie Wowie, to like you were talking about with Becky ending Monday Night Raw with the armband and everything. Like,
yeah, man, it's extremely touching. And I mean, people talk about his relationship with WWE, with Vince, with creative, and there's some valid arguments there for sure. But at the same time, there are not many people that Vince would say, "Oh, you're going to do a puppet of me, like a mockery of me." Yeah, go ahead. I trust you.
Bray Wyatt, at least 2024 Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a uber sentimental feeling, but yeah,
I don't, bro. When it comes to the WWE Hall of Fame, I don't give a shit.
Him and Brody, bring the house down.
Wyatt family, do full Wyatt family, and Harper and Rowan and Braun are the ones that induct them. And you will not have a dry eye in the universe.
The symbolism in what he did now, like him blowing out the lantern, kills me.
Bro, if you go back and watch his whole promo from SmackDown and everything, to where he's getting emotional, and this is just me, me and me, genuine me, and you can hear that real sound, to where like everybody's had that ugly cry, and you have that weird like kind of like hiccup noise and everything. That man hit that, like that was the purest him getting out there and just being able to talk with an open mic.
It's funny because we did the guest.
We got the music. That's it. That song's been stuck in my head. I get Shatter, I get the Fiend theme, but Bray will always
be this one.
Catch and fly.
Shattered. Well, I mean, again, everything was so. It was more than wrestling for him, right? He was trying to create art. Like he was trying to create a, as close to life imitating art as possible, or art imitating life as possible. So again, the songs were relevant. That you hear them now and they hit your nerve because they had meaning when he was alive. They have even more meaning now, as what he was trying to convey. It's amazing.
That's the thing right now, is this man was so creative and so just had such a unique mind when it came to everything. Of you even still hear it now, like going back and I watched one of the old Fireflies to where he's sitting there painting and everything. And when you're truly expressing yourself, no one can ever truly hurt you. And that's 100% what this man really did, is just explain and express himself to the fullest extent.
Yeah. You guys are the Mike and Mad Dog of wrestling podcast.
Who's who? I want to know, because as a Yankees fan, as a Yes fan, everything like that, I want to know who's who. I might don't know who he's talking about.
I might have to Google this. New Yorker.
There you go. It's they're pretty much they're well. I don't know how it's the
morning sports show kind of thing, your radio baseball.
They were us talking about it was us talking about baseball.
Yeah, so your morning sports show, like your morning whatever.
Yeah, but they were the biggest in New York. They were one of the biggest nationwide.
I think, now that I mean, I've never really heard them, obviously, but I know the name well enough. Like, I mean, I think enough people have talked about them. But that's interesting. I might have to look them up.
Well, I've already said we're pretty much the barbershop of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
You show up and it's gonna just be, we're just gonna talk about everything from all sides.
All right, White Rabbit theme. Yeah, no, sorry. I wanted to click on Todd's because give it some time. I lost my 23-year-old rock star son in an accident. His twin still plays music. Todd, that is heartbreaking. And thoughts and prayers on that. But no, we appreciate the kind words as well. But yeah, that's, I don't even have the words for that.
I'll just say a father should never bury their son.
100%. I mean, I think that's part of all of it being so tragic.
But that's the thing, is it touches you in an entirely different way. Of like every time it goes to the family stuff and everything like that, it pulls on your heartstrings, and I know it does. And to me, they're still the same. I'm Kevin Patrick. I've never been more insulted in my life. You made me stop my whole point because you.
Yeah, I know. I caught that.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing. You get compared to Oscar the Grouch out there, and you gotta just e-brake.
Right? I don't get it. I no.
You can have that. That ain't
Right. Anyway, Punk needs to to no show all out and tell everybody that Meltzer and Alvarez knew. What if Punk was to look at the AEW management and say, you know what, I'll come back, but I'm not coming back until we get a resolution to the bullshit. You either fire me or we fix it, but I'm not coming back until one of those two things happen.
I understand 100% what you're saying. To me, at this point, if I'm Tony Khan, if this was me in his spot, we're not even getting to that conversation. You need to come up with a resolution before Punk's telling you to come up with a resolution.
Yeah, I mean, I put out on Twitter today that my take on the whole thing is Tony needs to stop cosplaying a booker, cosplaying a promoter, and he needs to put his foot down and act like a fucking boss.
Speaking of a fucking boss, we've got an advertisement for a Kurt Angle documentary.
Yes. It looks good as shit. Does Bo Dallas still have a job a year from now? I hope so.
Even if he doesn't, I think WWE is pretty much, from what I've heard and seen and everything like that they're, as we're getting Blair Davenport's video package now for the main event. But they're aiming to take care of the Wyndham, the Rotunda family, because even JoJo was a ring announcer.
Yeah, no, they're a good company like that, and as they should, Nick. But here's my hope.
Money. You got the money. Do it.
Right. Here's my hope. Friday night, John Cena comes out. We know he's going to be here for a while. Starts talking shit. Lights go out, and Uncle Howdy shows up. Let's in honor of your biggest rival and the brother of your biggest rival. Let's do that. I just want to keep Bo around.
Oh, I was going to say the only counterpoint of that would be does he come out of the end of the Firefly Funhouse match? He comes out that way.
That'd be crazy.
You don't have to have Bo, but he comes out of the Firefly Funhouse, and that's how we get back to Right. We get back to full-time John.
Interesting. By the way, we're getting I guess Mustafa Ali wants to fight for the North American title, but we get Rhea Ripley and Dom via Instagram.
Yeah, something at Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Insta, because they got the Insta logo. So we're getting matches already set up for No Mercy.
Oh, he's going to be the special guest referee in the number 1 contenders match? Is that what he just said? That there's going to be a match?
Yes. But still, they're doing Dom really well. Outside of just the natural heat he gets, they're working it just enough. They're not going too far with it. They're not doing too little with it.
Plus, they've proven what you and I have talked about many times here, Nick, about the idea that you can use social media to your advantage, not just to implode your company and yell at each other. You can actually use social media
to grow your company,
to build, to grow, to build your character.
Not just to tear down, but to grow.
Just to grow. But yeah, right? Like Rhea Ripley and Dom did really good with those videos over Christmas and the getting arrested. Even what Chelsea Green just did with social media. Oh shit!
That's how she kept the titles alive.
They're like, oh shit, they're gonna take my belts.
Matt, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
Social media Cardona over there.
The definition of a digital media champion.
Right? No shit.
But so we're getting the second match in the Global Heritage Invitational. By the way, we're getting Nathan Frazier versus Joe Coffey.
Nick is Mad Dog, I guess. If you're gonna go from Big Nick to Mad Dog, seems fitting.
I mean, I'm gimmick infringing Big Dog there. So that now that lays more into the conspiracy that me and Big Dog are the same human being.
Touche. Definitely Mike Francesa.
Except he's never fallen asleep during the show like Mike has. Yeah, Mike's Mike's the character a little bit.
There's been a couple close calls, though, folks. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, are they more often than not AEW? Hey, at least we weren't doing NWA 75, by the way.
Oh my god,
bro! I still love that Luna managed to, or whether it was Luna or you that put the video of Tyrus just sloppy jalopy throughout that whole match.
Shout out to
time perfectly with us, just like, and they had to take a break during the middle of the match so this man could get his second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth win.
Dude, Ric Flair was more athletic in his retirement match.
Touche. Touche. If there was that's the wee woo match of the year.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming up in the Golden KJs at the end of the year is the wee woo match of the year. And it's
Have you ever had like a little cousin, a little nephew, whatever, like pretend to wrestle? Oh, sorry, I missed the Golden KJ there.
No, you're good. You're good.
But have you ever had like you see a little kid pretend to wrestle and they kind of like pretend the ropes are there? That's what Tyrus did with actual ropes.
Bro, I did that on like everyone's had that league to where you're wrestling on a trampoline and stuff like that and everything. And you're just envisioning the ropes are there. And that's how my big ass was hitting swanton bombs like Sean O'Hare.
How the fuck do you feel if you're EC3 laying there, like selling for this shit, waiting for this mountain of a man to roll on top of you?
People even saying, and I still think the biggest shout out and advocate for that, as I don't want to talk over this match, but is Tony Deppen, by the way, who's just been like commenting of even the ring announcer feels awkward of announcing this as the crowd's chanting, "Thank you, Tyrus." Like, what is happening? Like EC3 pulled that man on the outside and it was like Free Willer.
Right? Like, oh man, dude, Tyrus just fell on that man's face. Like he disappeared. He looked like the fucking Wizard of Oz. Just right on top of him. No push off.
EC3's little pompadour just curls back and everything like that, like the witch's fucking feet.
Fuck, I always wanted to see a giant sloth wrestle.
Russell. Well, as we've just got, I guess, metaphors just hanging out all night tonight. Oh, well, it fits that they're bringing them up because this is the second part of that. Makes sense.
I like that they're harassing everybody, though. They're not just only relevant in their segments. Like during other people's segment, they're just fucking around.
They're like Waldorf and Statlander there from the Muppets.
Right?
People have said that's us instead of Mad Dog.
Someone's got to meme that for us.
There. Hey, did you hear CM Punk just punched out Tony Khan? Dude,
I'm gonna go stick our faces on those.
Statler and Waldorf, yeah. Continue, bro. As Uncle Howdy's, we're in a commercial break now, or at least I am.
Strowman and Nikki Cross, interesting.
I like his fight forever, and it's old ass
Gargano
and old ass Ciampa. Tyrus retired today on Fox News. Well, of course he retired on Fox News because that's what he's gonna be doing from now on.
I hate to tell Tyrus this, but I think he retired like 3 years ago. He just kept wrestling. His body retired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when someone show me when he became active to let me know when he retired, because I don't know if that man ever became active outside of Funk is on a roll.
Now, one of our fans did comment that the show 75 overall was pretty good, but I mean, again, for when you're trying to invest with so much wrestling going on, and Billy Corgan really wants NWA to matter. That can't be the main event of your 75th anniversary show. I'm sorry. Like, give me Ricky Morton over that shit.
But I still think at some of this point, it's got to come down to the bar is so low that for them to seem kind of good is above average NXT 2.0 era.
Yeah.
Like the bar is so much beyond where they're at right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Dude, that man falling on EC3 was the best shit ever. Oh, that should have been the cover of the fucking at the pay-per-view. It's just fucking
fucking job on the mark there with fucking Tyrus.
Bo, the leader of a faction with Braun, Redbeard, and Alexa.
I understand the sympathy the compellingness to do a sympathy faction, but how much then does it cross the line of you're just doing it because of sympathy versus it makes sense?
I think it's all in delivery. I think if you use something to inspire the push in the direction, great. But if you lean on it too long, too hard, then it loses. If you can jump off, and you're gonna have to, if you try and give us Bray through Bo, it's not gonna work. You got to go you got to go to a little bit of a right hand turn here and give us Bo. You honor Bray in the beginning. You make it a little bit about Bray. We're doing this for Bray. Now we're off and doing our own thing.
Yeah, don't do like Greg Hamilton to where he was using Bray's passing to try and get his fucking job back and everything like that. That was to me disgusting.
Mm-hmm. This one. Magnus Dark says, "Hey guys, I'm so happy that my friend Damian Heater winning the belt on your guys' show." Yeah, no, Damian's an OG. We had to, good for him finally winning the belt.
Now can we see Magnus and Damian comment at the same time?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. It's his alternate personality, his alter ego.
Anybody who's listening right now, if you are a former predictions champion, please reach out to the Wrasslin for Life Network Instagram. Reach out and say hello.
This man wants to set up the lineage.
I got an idea. So reach out and make sure.
Alexis, Dale, Boston. I got 3 of them so far.
Bash, maybe? Did Bash win one?
I don't know if Bash did.
I don't know if Bash won. He's just always here.
there. Well, everybody's always here. 100%. We got people from other channels over here. Curtis saying,
wait,
commercial break number 8. What?
We're at 8 now. Shit.
So we've already crossed the line. So if you took the under or took the line, you're fucked.
Yeah. I took the push on the 8, so I'm gonna lose.
Edward, is anyone ready for Brian Pillman Jr. in NXT?
Did you hear that?
A little bit. Sound like something. But yeah, so that's another thing that's been fucking floating around is that Brian Pillman's now officially in NXT, but they're not going to debut him on TV because they still want to get him through this. Capitalize on it. Strike while the iron's hot, motherfucker. I understand he's got to still learn your style, but that's what fucking development's for.
Short-term payoff or long-term payoff? That's my argument. And
both.
The thing is Brian Pillman such a big name that bringing him in will blow? Nah, not really. It's Brian Pillman. Like, I think you'd take your time. Take your time, Grasshopper.
But you can take your time with having him still be on your television in NXT. It's not like NXT's. Carmelo Hayes is still on NXT. Braun Breaker is still on NXT. It's not like
I don't get how those
Brian
arguments
Pillman
are
Jr.
connected
to WWE. What?
Well, I'm like, sorry, what do them two being on NXT have to do with him?
As in, you don't need to hot shot like Brian Pillman, moving him up the card or anything like that.
Exactly.
Like he can still, right, but you can still have him and capitalize on the fact of, oh, see, we got another AEW guy.
Yeah, but you will eventually. You don't have to do it right away. I mean, we've watched AEW do that for 4 years now of bring someone in, burn them out, burn out. Like everyone comes in hot and cools off within 6 months. I think they want to
really coming in hot versus more tepid.
No, I think
you let it go to where it's ice cold.
No, you just develop him. If he's talented, he'll get hot when it's right. I mean, you bring him in and he's doing the right things, but if you bring him in and he's green and making mistakes, the fans will turn on him. Right? If he's not ready, he's not ready.
Fair. Well, but that's more of a thing. Is he that not ready to where AEW had him on his television on their television show?
Yes,
and he's that not ready. That's a different argument there.
But I would agree. I would think that's very accurate. I think they got to beat.
Oh, that's fine. Like I said, it's just a different perspective.
There's a hurricane bearing down on Florida. Shoot, another one.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
That one would be more fun.
And such an underrated guy, actually. The Hurricane.
The Hurricane. Oh, there's Kofi. 3. We got a 3.
1, 2, 3. As Joe Coffey picks up the 1, 2, 3.
Gallus celebrating at ringside, and so he's going to be a favorite to win this, Nick.
Nathan Frazier is going to be the underdog that works from underneath and comes out of that side of the bracket because he's the one that just lost it to Noam. He's going to be probably the one that they prop up.
But then he just lost to Joe. Now he's fucked.
Yeah, he's down a point or however many points. Like, that's the thing, is it's still round robin. He's still got 3 opportunities to make up that ground.
It's not looking good. He's got to beat Duke or Tozawa, at least.
So you take Tozawa over Nathan Frazier in NXT?
Maybe. I mean,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Call him A, call him B.
You do you, boo boo. You do you.
I can toss a coin on that one. 4-1, 2-2. Coffee wins. I still think Frazier wins. There you go. Richard's right with you, bro.
Right.
Killer Bees. Gallus.
Wu-Tang Killer Bees on. As I've got Chase U backstage holding Gort here. As Thea Hale has not.
Bueller. Thea. Don't rush Pillman Jr. Build him up slowly. I agree.
I think you just have people forget about him.
Bad or good, though?
I think more in the negative.
I don't think enough people. I don't think there's a whole big contingent of WWE fans that are like us, that are like, oh my God, this Pillman guy signed over here. Like, they'll learn from him as he develops through their system with a new name, most likely. You know, he'd be William, whatever.
Well, that's a side topic. Do you think he doesn't come back as Brian Pillman Jr.? He's like,
I don't know.
You know, Von Wanker II or something like that. Like,
I don't know.
Braun Breaker with him. He's not Rex Steiner. He's not Brian Pillman.
That's my concern. I mean, we know Braun Breaker is Rex Steiner. We know, she's wearing a black t-shirt, dude. Dun, dun, dun.
Heel turn imminent. Julia Hart is Thea Hale in the Chase U.
She just ruined her perfect attendance record.
Bro, what in the name of fucking Van Wilder is this shit?
What's up, Greg? How you doing? Damien says, how's show so far? I missed an hour of NXT. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Yeah, there's JC. You took her out of that tag team to put her in this one? Nick's frozen.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
Now we've got NXT Anonymous.
Wow. I've seen this movie.
Bro, them fucking denim jeans are tight.
Like Tiger.
Like Tiger.
But they really got to stop giving this lady acting bits, dude. She sucks. And she's a good wrestler, but she's...
Who, Fallon?
Fallon with the backstage segments, she sounds like a horrible infomercial.
No, this sounds like something we shouldn't be watching on a live stream.
Yeah. Are you
saying that? And I do. My brain's hurt with JC Jane and Thea Hale. Fucking preppy squirrel cheerleaders hanging out now with the goth chick.
Yeah, she's doing
the Bud Light goth chick, by the way. She's the light goth.
Yeah, she's doing the Sandy makeover. That's it.
She's doing every teenage movie from our generation, just the reverse of, instead of taking the goth chick and moving her to a preppy chick, you're taking a preppy chick and moving her to a goth chick.
Right.
She's Julia Hart.
It's all in the makeup, apparently, with ladies. They changed the color of their eyeliner and fucking all bets are off. Hold on tight.
They're an entire different
I've learned that from watching movies. That's what we've been taught.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just do your makeup and you're an entire different
Take off the glasses and put on some black eyeliner.
Clark Kent can teach us a lot of all you gotta do is go from like here to here, and you're two different human beings.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the main event is kicking off. Gigi on her way out to the ring. Roxy is in the ring. We will take your predictions. Are you taking Gigi?
Oh, I've been conflicted as she's out here looking like the Teflon queen here, the aluminum foil queen, because everything is all silver and metallic, as she's got Hell's favorite on her fucking cap there. But
not just Hell's. I'll put it that way.
It's got to be either her or Roxanne, because Tiffany's a heel, so you've got to pick a babyface here. So now you've already split the match in half.
Do you think Tiffany's character and storyline plays up well with what they've done with Gigi, coming from the the hood, the hard knocks,
it's a hard knock life for us.
Yeah.
If they go that
rich
bitch press to it's the hard knock life for you can make that work, but I think you do Roxanne, and Roxanne seems like she's the odds-on favorites to win it. I mean, and that's her and her swan song for NXT, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting because now JC's going to pair up with Thea. Gigi hasn't really found her groove, and I think Gigi should just be a heel, be an absolute murderous, evil.
It would have looked a lot better if Thea was going to hang out with JC and Gigi.
Absolutely. I agree.
It would have been a nice little trio, but the tag team would have been the forefront instead of the singles competitor, opposite of when they had Mandy.
Yeah, absolutely. CM Punk, the wrestling company bridge burner. That, you know what, as much as I want to defend Punk, that is fairly accurate. Whether he's right or wrong, he tends to light a fire on the way out.
Even through the darkest the fire.
Kyle says, if Nikita Lyons wasn't injured, could you see her on the main roster? I still think she needs seasoning. I still think she needs time.
She's an NXT championship run.
Yeah, you got to build her up a little. And again, we're a little concerned because she's had she's been out more than she's been in. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was jokes you can make there, but yeah.
Rocco, I love Chase U.
He's hoping to enroll and be part of the 2024-2025 class there.
Right. Brian Pillman, WWE name should be Scott Steiner. What? Why?
What?
Yeah. Step away from the vitamins.
I was going to say, that's the first, I think, what of the night.
Maybe.
Just, what?
I see Cody playing a big part in Pillman's development in the WWE system, especially behind the scenes. Possibly, highly possible. Yeah.
You're not going to know who was involved in his development until the man's like damn near retiring. So,
yeah,
speculating on it's a little interesting.
I mean, again, it's a fair enough assumption that there's a history there, and Cody would be interested in how his friend's doing, but. I mean, he's going to have trainers. He's going to have coaches. He's going to have a guy like Shawn Michaels. That's what I like about NXT and the development system at WWE is they want people to hit TV doing it proper. And if you look, they're having some success. I mean, as far as the people as far as the talent level that has transitioned up, and not all of them work out really well. They kind of fuck up some of the booking, but I mean, the talent, like even a Waller, a Rhea, like. There's enough examples of take your time, we'll get it right.
Yeah, well, that's a bit of a different generation. We haven't seen too many from the 2.0 white and gold era that have really moved up and made that jump. But I will grant you that they've been presented entirely differently on NXT television. It's just waiting to see them make that jump. Yeah. Like Carmelo, like Braun, like Roxanne, etc., etc.
And I like the fact that there's people. It reminds me of the Black and Gold when there was, the KOs and the Sammys and the Seths of the world, where we were like, man, these guys would kill on the main show, and we couldn't wait. And then they finally broke through. If you had been following, if you were one of those fans that knew, you were pretty fucking stoked. Oh shit, that's KO. Oh shit, that's Paige. Oh shit, that's Becky. Like as that progression happened, it was really good. And I think having that bit of logjam for the Carmelos, the Brauns, is a good thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, speaking of log jams, we've got a Wrasslin log jam right now. We've got him sharing a video from his Instagram.
Curtis got it. Look at me. I'm Sandra D. Tell me about it, stud. Picking Roxanne.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Did you sign an NDA? God Blair for the win.
Did you punch him because of glass? Tell me more. Tell me more.
Anyone with a beard ever use just for men?
I haven't needed to, so I don't know why the fuck are you looking at me like that.
No, I just don't get the question. Like, is anyone?
I think he's just genuinely asking. Maybe he's
sure.
just asking of how just for men works in your beard. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, just on an investigation.
Take a whim.
Clearly, I haven't given a shit enough to do so. My prediction is a lot of TVs just turn the channel. Interesting.
To
what?
What?
Why?
What are we turning away from? What are we turning to?
Mm-hmm. The love guru Bates is here.
Where's Mike Myers?
Dabakato.
Oh, yeah, but Dabba do.
Tyler.
It's so call him a big strong boy. Why the fuck are we getting Tyler Bate of all people involved in a feud with Dino the fucking dinosaur going on?
I don't know.
This is WWE's EC3 versus Tyrus.
No, but I mean, so yeah, next week we're getting Dragon Lee versus Mustafa Ali with Dom Jr. as the referee. Woohoo. No DQ next week. Braun Breaker, Von Wagner. Commercial break number 9 says Curtis. Next week. Tiffany versus who, Nick?
Who are you? But that's already stacking up next week's card pretty fucking heavily.
Yeah. They've been good. Last week was Heat Wave. Look at this entrance. Evolution is a mystery. Kiana James with the helicopter.
She got escorted better in the ring than CM Punk did. Jesus.
I just turned my head towards the chat. I don't know what I can't follow. Oh, Mustafa, another demotion.
As I say, Larry's just on all of the things.
All the vitamins.
I think he's on some vitamins, some uppers, some downers, some sidewaysers, some skidamarinks. I'm starting to name off the fucking, fireworks from Joe Dirt and everything like that.
I was just like, fuck. It's like Seth Rogen and
I got some Snoswanglers, some Wayne Tanglers. We're
yeah, right, exactly.
Shit. The Snosberries taste like Snosberries.
Going to be Becky versus Tiffany next week. No.
How?
Not yet. It's happening though. That's
she's
coming.
Not in the match. How?
But she's not in this match. I think we'll get Becky next week.
On NXT? What? I'm so confused.
Becky,
are you saying that we're going to get Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton next week for the NXT Championship? Is that
not
what
next
you're trying
week
to
for
tell
the
me?
championship? Becky's coming down to have a rivalry with Tiffany. Becky tweeted it. Like she tweeted at her. They were talking about it last night.
I think you give it. That's a No Mercy thing. That's not a next week thing. I think
that would be leading into No Mercy after next week. So she's going to have her match with one of these ladies. She'll probably win, and then she can parlay it into Becky. Like Becky.
So if you think that, then who is the babyface that wins this match, jobs to Tiffany, and then Tiffany goes on to feud with Becky? Does she go from redhead to redhead? She goes from Gigi to Becky?
Maybe. But the Becky Tiffany rivalry apparently is in the works.
I've got Wrasslin right now going
Becky
at
Lynch guy, I'm
Blair, and I've
surprised
got
you're not jumping for joy.
Sorry, what?
I'm like, as the Becky Lynch guy, I'm surprised you're not jumping for joy.
But I'm also the Tiffany Stratton guy, so you know when two polar sides meet each other.
He's like, I don't want to believe it, but that's the rumor, and I'm all for it. I think it's great. I smoke when I smoke. Sorry, I was just reading.
You do you, boo boo. No one's telling you what to do.
Tiffany, Gigi, or Kiana? It can't be Kiana.
If it is, it's a
surprise.
It's a lack in judgment. It's a lack in decision making. She's the odds-on underdog here.
Double kick
as
out.
We're going the double roll up. Two count.
Going to be Becky. No, not next week. We already addressed that as much to Nick's disappointment.
As much to my displeasure as possible.
I like the idea of Tiffany versus Becky for a while. Get Becky out of Raw.
I don't mind the idea, but I'm saying this soon, this sudden. Let's
No
work
mercy.
into it.
No mercy. Becky versus Tiffany.
No mercy is fine. We got time to get there.
It's coming soon.
We got runway.
Yeah. Kiana James, DMD, GHF, JKH, LMNOP. What are you doing to me?
This man's doing the reverse of a sobriety test. Instead of saying his alphabet backwards, he's saying it frontwards.
He's saying it all over the words.
Right, yeah. A, B, C, E.
Oh, Roxy. Tope, as we head into another commercial break. Curtis.
I thought we had got the birds again, but Kiana just was doing this instead of the other thing.
No, the other thing. Kiana James for the win. Need it.
Who needs it? No one needs that. No
one
needs that in their life.
No, I don't think so. I'm picking Rocks. No mercy. Carmelo versus Ilya versus Wesley. Keep an eye on Trick. They had a fight tonight.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
And that got over it's getting over pretty well. So,
but could it be to where Trick joins Bobby and the Profits and Carmelo's you out?
Oh, you out. I like
that. Well, I think that could be where it goes to where then you get Carmelo versus Bobby Lashley. And Carmelo, you're going to get your Carmelo versus Trick match. You're going to get your Carmelo versus Montez Ford match. And then you give me Carmelo versus Bobby Lashley and see how that fucking goes of those two guys throwing each other from fucking pillar to post. That's Brock Lesnar working with a small guy, 100%.
That would be, a big guy against a fairly small guy. I'm curious how that
Brock Lesnar versus Finn.
Yeah. I'm curious how that's going to work out, but I want Carmelo in. I want Carmelo to be more heelish. I like it.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, we want Carmelo all in, and apparently most people want CM Punk all out. So,
yeah, truth. Any idea where Miko Satomura? Haven't seen her since March. Overseas.
Wasn't my turn to watch her.
Yeah, pretty much.
To quote your line, wasn't my turn to watch her.
Not my monkey, not my circus. Streamed some Velocity earlier. Did you really?
Yes. No, he put it in the Discord. This match. I saw this.
Nice. Cena versus Bryan Danielson 2003. You was not war. That's all one word.
Yep, that's
they
letters. Those
back
letters.
then. What?
I was just saying, yep, that's letters.
Yeah, wrestled back then. Good match too. See, I go with you though, at least, guys. We take a swing and try.
We try.
I'm picking Roxanne. Who won between Eddie and Dijak? I don't know.
I declare the Dijak won just because. Of course, I would take a pause, and literally the second I'm a pause, and it's fucking Dijak comes out, it's like, you son of a bitch. Like, you would do that to me right now.
Right?
Yeah, you need to do it. Listen to me.
There you go. Dijak won. The ending was quick, I guess. Brief.
Well, he was just there. He's like, I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Bobby and the Prophets.
Do diddy diddy dum diddy do.
Richard cheering hard for Kiana.
Does Dijak need to win every match though now by just throwing up the Terminator thumbs up as he's like going through the fucking lava and shit? As he's going through the smeltering plant of just the thumbs up as he gets the 1, 2, 3. But we're setting up for a superplex right now by Blair Davenport on the Roxanne.
Oh, we're getting it. Everybody in.
Why does Kiana James's outfit look like she just took a trash bag and kind of made it work?
Any
superplex powerbomb, Tower of Doom spot.
Right. Like we get that quite a bit, but GG right now, the one in control. I pick Roxanne. We got some love. No Mercy. Got that one. Going to be a triple threat. Dom, Ali, and Dragon Lee for the NA title. I think Dragon Lee is going to take that belt off Dom sometime soon.
Oh, that would be the first Rey Mysterio, new Rey Mysterio that becomes the new Rey Mysterio versus it just always ends up kind of being just Rey Mysterio. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling around with Mysterious.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. We think it's Dragon Lee, but it takes the mask.
It's just Rey. You take off his mask and it's under the mask underneath.
Double hook. No.
Did he win because he Dijacked? What? No.
GG just ate that rope.
Oh, yeah.
Stripes. Oh, GG into the pole. Maxi Impaler should interfere in this match. Have you been hanging out with Richard?
Yeah. What type of vitamins y'all got your hands on? You've been finding the extra exclusive deluxe vitamins. We need to get our hands on those here.
And if Max the Paler is going to interfere, she needs to interfere in a Viking Raiders mask and then just give us the Spider-Man like you.
Yeah, just her and Valhalla just need to be a fucking women's tag team together. That's her go. Piper Niven.
Yeah, they would destroy. Let's go.
Well, they do something. That's all right.
You know,
I know they should, but booking.
Do it.
Do it, yeah. Listen to me as Roxanne just hits the elbow.
Look,
WWE, you're missing out on a Wendy's commercial to where Dijack's eating a Baconator. The Dijackonator eating a Baconator. Yeah, listen to me. Do it.
There's a lot of
yeah, I know. That was Ali, and I'm waiting to see if you oop
it. There's a lot to unpack there because my head went out there. But woo, sums it up pretty good. Going with the orange troll doll.
Okay. GG.
You get a sticker.
What the fuck? You were just waiting for me to say it, so I look like the asshole.
You jumped on it. You're like, I know the answer. I got this one.
I gotta go store. I got a helmet sticker.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up anyone's ears right now. Then we're ridiculous.
GG win.
Oh, Miss Pop Rocks.
Oh, an Athena-sized missile drop kick, shotgun drop kick into the fucking corner as Roxanne was going for the Pop Rocks. And boy, howdy, did her fucking head bounce off that top turnbuckle like a basketball. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and GG with a stomp.
Yeah. Wow.
Do it.
Rocks. Damn it. Get out of here, Roxy.
Suplex. 2. Oh, Roxanne.
Prodigy with the breakup. My prediction, Roxanne Perez will win this match.
Fair enough. Well, then, Ronnie's, I'm taking JC Jane. Well, she's not in this match, so good on you. You're like Ralph Wiggum when Bart and Nelson are rolling apples and oranges down the end of the bus, and you're taking a banana and saying, go, JC. Like, you might win. You're probably not, but you might.
Oh, go. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Blair. Wow.
Oh,
Great spot. Great
oh,
spot.
the back of the head kick into the pop
Into
rocks.
Pop Rocks. Blair up to the top. Could Blair win? Whoa, what was that? Kuda, ouch.
If Blair Davenport wins this match, I declare victory over CJ in this argument about Blair Davenport.
Yeah, I was like, wait, no, that's it. We'll officially call you the
I
winner.
officially declare victory.
Pop Rocks. Oh, she rolled out. Here comes Gigi for the steal.
Oh, Pop Rock.
Why is the ref talking to you right now? Big knee.
Oh, yeah, they're set up for the Booyaka 619.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh.
The pace of it.
Gigi driver, and she misses.
Oh, what the fuck? Excuse. Oh, nice finisher.
Kiana with like a sling blade face buster. And no way.
And new number one contender.
So we know who's retaining.
I told you they got to kill time for Becky. Becky on deck.
You could have at least made it fucking entertaining.
But like you said, you can't have the other two job out so quick. If the other two are number one contenders, they got to work it.
You don't need to have them job. How long are we waiting on Becky? Is Becky showing up in 2 weeks? Is Becky showing up tomorrow?
Soon. See you soon.
Oh.
Nice. But Kiana can wrestle. They just stop letting her talk.
She can wrestle. She showed up for all the fucking 4 moves in this whole match. This entire match was Gigi, Roxanne, and Blair.
Have your epiphany while I talk. Look.
Oh.
Oh my guy, that's amazing.
She looking like some spearmint gum.
I'm basing my opinion on Kiana wrestling on more than just tonight, but we are moving back to the back with Carmelo as we're 6 minutes over, folks. Shawn Michaels. Oh, we need to talk, Mr. Michaels. Dun, dun, dun. Is it about Trick?
Whoop that trick. Whoop that. The following film has been modified from its original version. So that ends NXT with I'm coming down with the vapors here. I'm all flummoxed here because I got Tiffany at the end of the show.
I like the fact that they surprised us. It was either her or Blair that were unlikely.
Yeah, I love when I get a fucking turd in the middle of my sandwich there and everything like that. Of just
I don't think that's a turd. It's
a fucking layup.
But you need your champion to have she'll win that match next week and look like a champ. She doesn't need every challenger to push her to the brink.
To validate it though a little bit, you at least need something.
But that's what I think this is. I think this is a filler feud. This is a filler match. You're gonna get her in a match next week, and hopefully, I think they have plans. And I really do believe it involves Becky Lynch very soon.
Well, which do you like more, of a jump of her going from, say, Gigi to Becky, she's going from one credible challenger to another credible challenger?
But I think
she's going from Kiana, that's not a credible challenger, to a credible challenger.
I think I'll use your words against you in the fact of, if Gigi won tonight and then lost next week, and that was kind of the end of it for now, it's not great for Gigi. Roxy, the same thing. You're trying to build them up. So
Roxy could lose and move up to the main roster.
But I don't think they're ready for her to move up to the main roster yet. I don't think Gigi's ready for the main roster.
We're ready for Becky to come down to NXT?
Yes, why not? Let Becky come down.
So then why not with Roxanne going up to the main roster?
You are telling me Roxy going up is the same as Becky coming down.
I'm not saying it's the same, but I'm saying you could do them both.
You could do a lot of things. You could send the whole roster up and bring the whole roster down. It doesn't make sense, but you could do it.
So Becky, don't act like Roxanne going up to the main roster is such an outlandish idea that it's.
I'm not saying that, but it's not a comparable. I don't get the connection.
I'm not saying it's a comparable.
Well, then, but you used it as a comparable. Becky coming down is the same thing they've been doing for a while now. Is Dom, Rhea Ripley, Mustafa Ali. So Becky coming down having a little feud.
So Becky comes down and she wins the NXT championship?
She could, and I'd be all for it. Let her have a run, but I don't think she will. I think eventually it will end in some type of sideways way. But her pushing the young kids and bringing in your big name. Look at the views. They're trying to, dude, if they have an extremely good NXT, they could match AEW Dynamite in ratings. And trust me, the whole world will hear about it if they do it.
But I'm saying you could do Tiffany versus Becky on the main roster. If you're going to do it on NXT.
Tiffany's not. I don't think Tiffany's ready. I think Tiffany will get eaten alive on the main roster.
But so then you send Becky down there to
exactly.
She elevates her, but then she loses. So then she's already been tied up in a long feud. Well, as you were the big Trish proponent and everything like that, she's already been tied up in a long.
It would have been better if they brought Trish. You're right. Now that I think about it, should have brought Trish down.
But it's one of those. She's already been tied up in a long feud with Trish, and then now she goes down to NXT, and then she ends up losing that feud as well. Like, so where does she?
I don't think she's going to lose the Trish feud though. At the end of the day, I really don't.
I'm not saying about she's losing the Trish feud. I'm saying she's going to lose the Tiff feud.
She might. What if she wins it?
Right. So if but you lose to the rookie?
But even if she gets, I mean, if they run out a storyline, and if Tiff looks really strong and loses or has to go back and forth with a couple matches, I don't know what the fuck the plan is. But again, Becky could lose by cheating. Becky could lose by, it's Becky. She's not going to lose anything by getting beat, especially if the heel does it underhandedly. That's a great way to build your bright young heel. And in addition, you're developing this lady. You want to see if she can go with the pros. You want to see if she's ready to get in that ring and do well with a Becky Lynch. We don't know that yet. In her last pay-per-view match, as much as you might have loved her, sucked.
Oh, I know her match with Thea Hale was great. I think you could do a one-off or anything like that.
That's why you can't send her to Raw yet, because she might give you a fucking dud like that.
Well, that's if we're getting into the whole fucking speculation as to whether it's the dancer or the dance partner type thing.
A bit of both for
right.
Sure. But that's why I think get her out of get her away from Thea Hale, put her in there with a vet and see what she can do.
I think there's better options you could use within NXT versus bringing down a main roster talent to be involved with that. I get a part of what you're saying, but I'm saying I'd almost rather keep it in-house and build in-house than have to rely on at least with that way, because you do build up Tiff, but you also kind of damage Becky a little bit.
I don't think you damage Becky at all, no matter what happens. There's no damaging Becky.
She's not Teflon Big Bex anymore.
Oh, she's fine. She'll be back. She's not going anywhere.
If she was Teflon Big Bex, we wouldn't be having stories about lemonade and everything.
People are going to like Becky less after everything we've been through with Becky. Nah. And I'm defending your girl now. But at the end of the day,
what comes around is all around, Ricky.
That's exactly it. But with again, it's just to highlight and put things on. She won't be there for a long time. She'll make a stint. And the ones that we want to see, like a Gigi or a Roxy that could use a little more time, it gives them time to work their shit out by the time they get back to her. So I think there's a lot to unfold. I'm not sure. They might not even do it.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. 7 out of 10. Roxanne ain't doing anything against Rhea, Raquel, Charlotte, Shayna. Thank you, Mark. I agree.
Right, yeah. But we weren't talking about Roxanne. I was saying you put Roxanne with Tiff.
Right? No, she got lumped in there somewhere. Roxanne should have a match at No Mercy
versus Tiff.
Heel should go against. Maybe against Tiff. Maybe. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be Tiff and Roxy yet. Right? I don't know. Kiana's getting her title match next week. It's not at the pay-per-view. It's not anywhere down the road. It is next week. It is just a.
Well, we're having a heel on heel too, by the way.
Yeah, but Kiana's lost she's not really anything. And so I'm not that worried about it.
So you're advocating for anything and nothing versus Tiffany Stratton.
They just need your favorite girl to get a win and look good doing it. That's what they need. That's what this is. It's not like the next fucking Bailey Sasha.
I know, but you could have built to a longer feud is, I guess, my statement.
With Kiana James?
No. If you would have chosen anyone but Kiana, you could have built to a longer
feud. But We don't know what they're gonna do. So I don't think, like, I mean, if you keep putting Roxy up at that title, you're gonna burn her out. So again, slow burn. Take your time. We're developing, and if you're bringing in somebody like a Becky for a while, it buys everybody time and it highlights everybody, including your champion. Let's see what she can do.
Or you also have another really good European redhead that you have on your NXT roster already that you could have used and make it be a long-term feud in Gigi.
Yeah, but none of them bring in the eyes that Becky Lynch does, and that's what they want. They want to continue to build the eyes. So doing a stint with Tiffany just builds up Tiffany, makes Tiffany better. Right? Gigi's not going to make Tiffany better. She's on par. There's no veteran leadership there. You need her in the ring with vets to get a little bit of seasoning. 9 out of 10. I like pretty much everything on the show. Maybe Dijak and Thorpe could have been longer. Fair enough. It's your fault. Dijak and Air didn't go.
Yeah, because I'm the reason why there's no big Dijak and Air. Yeah, do it. Listen to me.
Right.
Put that cookie down.
Right. Becky coming down is the same as Charlotte coming down. There you go. And same as Dolph coming down, and same as Ali coming down, and Rey Mysterio making an appearance. Like, it's all like, I mean, again, when you're
Ali went down and stayed down, so don't say
that. He may never come back. Corbin's down there right now. I don't mind it. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with him though.
He's stuck in the swamp.
We've had a lot of people come in and out, and I think it's worked. I thought Dolph Ziggler should have been the champ for a year. Fucked everybody.
Pause.
I'm down for a Tiffany Stratton, Becky Lynch. Yeah, me too. I like that they're teasing it.
Tiffany has a wrestle in weeks going against Kiana is a good rebuild match for her to remind people of her skill. I'm not. I'm arguing that coming out of this, you could have built in-house to a longer feud versus the Becky thing versus Kiana just there for a thing. Moving on.
Okay. I think you like I like what Richard said in the sense of you can jump her right back into a feud, but you give her some polished wins and you let her have this one. There's nobody saying a feud is not coming that leads to the pay-per-view. Kiana's not it. Somebody's gonna fuck up that match or be involved some way, shape, or form, and we'll see. Kiana James can lose to Tiffany Stratton. Roxanne Perez can't lose to Tiffany Stratton. Ding. And I think Nick said that.
No, she could lose. She could lose, and that's her jump up to the main roster.
But why is that an automatic jump up to the main roster? I don't know if Roxy's ready.
Because what does she have left to do in NXT?
What has she done in NXT?
NXT Women's Champion.
For a fucking bowl of soup.
No, for a fucking hot minute. She was one of those people that was a Ring of Honor World Champion and NXT Women's Champion in the same year.
The WWE doesn't give a fuck about the Ring of Honor title.
Right, well, no, she won fucking breakout of the fucking Women of the Year and one of our fucking awards and everything. You're not going to sit here and downplay her.
Roxy's not ready to go to the main roster, bud. She looked like a little girl amongst a bunch of women. You got to give her time. They're not ready for that yet.
She's not going to grow in fucking height now. All of a sudden, it's not.
No, but I mean, just in development and presence, and she's working well. They're doing extremely good with her, but they're not.
She's your prodigy, so why not test your prodigy out on the main roster?
You just throw her up to the main roster, just in the midst of.
She doesn't have to be a world champion out of the gate. She can at least be on the main roster, though.
But here, she gets to be relevant and a top tier lady for a while, or she can go up there and be nobody.
In a match, but she can't lose it, so she can't afford to lose it. So you can't put her here to where she can put anybody on, but you can't put her here because she doesn't need to win this. Like you've got her left in a fucking. Well, that's the thing is you're doing this. Yeah, she's left stagnating in NXT.
You have Roxy waiting now. She could be in a feud coming up, but Roxy's development it'll take time. You got to work it. What was she going to do on the main roster right now? Nothing yet. Let her work it out. I mean, there's other people, and I mean, I don't even think
you're going to find a tag team partner and be involved in Chelsea Green and Piper.
Why would you do that to her? Why would you not just let her have really good matches in NXT she's only been in NXT for what, a year and like maybe 13, 14 months?
She's already accomplished though, being a world champion. Everything at this point now.
You remember her title run was fucked, right? You remember she had the belt for a very little time because she got hurt, and then there was a whole thing, and then she gave up the belt but never won it back. She still has to win it back again. They're telling that, like, remember, she really wanted it, but it didn't play out. So I don't know why you would abandon all that. And again, I think the problem is very much like Tony Khan. When you just rush people out there, you burn them out, and nobody gives a fuck about them 2-3 years into their career. Hasn't been here for a long time. Give her time. Maybe Tiffany versus Becky at No Mercy. That sells tickets. I'm with you, Richard. Like I said, nobody worthy of wearing the NXT title. Oh, I disagree, Edward.
Don't you put disrespect on Tiffany's name.
Roxanne Perez, NXT Women's Champion run sucks. Ding. Thank you. They are interviewing HBK and Taker right now on TNT Sports right now about the WrestleMania 25 match. Right on, AB.
One of the name is TNT Sports. Are they are Chuck and Shaq interviewing him right now? Is Ernie,
That'd be amazing, actually.
Now, listen here, Undertaker.
Maybe got that one. Corbin stuck between the boulders. Yeah, he might be fooey. I don't know what they're going to do with him yet.
No, this isn't 72 hours with Baron Corbin.
Right? I don't know what the fuck we're doing with Corbin. Boring. LA Knight should have been NXT champion before he went to WWE. Nah, he's old. You can't keep him down there forever. He was ready. He was all seasoned up. Fucking hell.
Your opening statement, Your Honor, is he's old.
Well, I mean, he was like, it's like
the disrespect from this man.
He's the same age as me, but it's the fucking point is, I mean, he only has so much time. Get him up there, get him going. Look how good he is. He's gone through.
Yeah, it's one of those of when you draft a rookie and realize, out of the gate they should have been in the starting lineup instead of riding the fucking pine.
It's like the fucking the Cuban fucking Pee-wee baseball tournament. You're 12? Says here you're 12.
He shows up on the main roster and just says, I am 18. And it's a picture, it's like a doodle of him. I am NXT.
Was he the boogeyman?
Bro.
NXT champion. She defended 3 times. So Chris gives you a little bit of a rub.
Pause. I don't know
Corbin
if I want to rub from Chris. Pause. Accusations.
Somebody say something nice. I can't end the show on Corbin.
Well, we got Cold World music video out now from Lil East, and all I could think of is all around me are familiar. Worn out.
There we go. Do we get a nice
What
comment?
happened to Elias? Yes.
That's not a
the next mystery for Scooby and the gang is what happened to Elias and Ezekiel.
I don't know.
And Boogs. That's a fucking Pokemon Evolve tree right there. Is Elias, Ezekiel, and Boogs.
Right. Fuck.
Boogs is the evolved form of Ezekiel.
Where are they? Come on. But yeah, no. Folks, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to call it quits. We're going to shut down the bar tonight, or the penthouse in Nick's case by the looks of it. But yeah, maybe Elias could use an NXT run. I mean, if we're moving all the NXT talent,
He had one.
He needs another one.
Drifter. He was the drifter.
That was the best him. Second best him.
No. Walk with Elias, and you should walk with us, folks. Right over to that like, share, and subscribe button.
Hit the button. Check out all the links. Be here tomorrow. We got a crazy Dynamite. We'll figure out what's coming and going. We'll figure out what's going to happen. We'll figure out if Punk's in the house. I don't know. If Tony still is happy, I don't know. But we will be back tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all week long. Make sure you like, subscribe, be a part of the family. Go check out all their social media. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts for enjoying these streams.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is real glass. And it is authentic. And if you're talking about wrestling, you better put that full life with it.
Cry me a river. Oh. Good night. See you on the flip side.